I'm gonna go live on YouTube. I am starting streaming right now. Welcome, YouTube. Hello. We're just a black screen right now, but soon that will not be the case.
What the?
Why are we hating on swingers? You know what, Dr. Cillier? That's fair. I'm not hating on swingers.
No.
I am merely stating that I am not one while wearing the swingers jersey.
No. Stolen valor.
Stolen valor?
It's like wearing an army uniform without having ever served.
Yeah, wearing a swinger shirt with no wife is like wearing military outfit without serving. Love staying up till midnight to watch you. Good to see you, Average Therian.
Love having you in. Welcome in.
All right, we're live on YouTube. We're gonna be playing Wavelength. I just went through the Discord and updated all of the custom card suggestions, or at least all the ones I wanted to add. Also, fair warning. I reworded some of the suggestions here and there. If I didn't like your wording, I changed it.
Tyrannical rule.
I know.
Of the Boardgamers stream.
But we're going to start with one that we have seen before. We are going to do good gift for a partner, bad gift for a partner.
Whoa!
By XXH_KXX. Which notably, I mention this every time. I still have no idea who this is. They left more suggestions that I used than any other individual chatter, and I have no idea who they are.
I saw someone in chat, it might have been the person I didn't know. I saw someone say that it might stand for Hello Kitty. HK.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe.
We'll see. Literally 1984.
Literally.
Hayden, that's what I'm saying.
Welcome in, Mary. Welcome in, Mystique. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. Corey, you can start us off.
What's with this nonsense? I'm always the one that goes first in Wavelength. You're always the one that goes first in Codenames. What is this?
Yes, that's because I like being Spy Master, so I use my tyrannical role to go first.
Hey, I can't blame you for that one. That's fair.
And usually I'm setting up YouTube, which is why I have you do Wavelength first.
Good gift for partner, bad gift for partner. Bam! Welcome in, Camp Plankton. Good to see you again. Good gift for partner, bad gift for partner. That right there is the blue 4. If you're here early, you already know what's going on. So by all means, give me some clues. What's up, Mary? What's up, Mystique? How's it going? I'm seeing some clues already coming in. I'm going to leave this for one more second, so memorize it, because I am going to close up the board. You look now. Woo. You look now. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
First clip. First one I'm gonna give you. Flowers.
What if they're allergic?
Okay, buddy.
I'll say it's a good gift. It's a very classic gift. It shows you care, but it's not original. That. What? Oh.
All right. Next up, new wallet or purse.
New wallet or purse. That's a very good gift. You know, my current wallet was given to me as a gift. It was given to me. I'll try not to show any personal information, but this wallet was gifted to me by BoardGhost, actually. So
I'm disappointed. I was hoping you were gonna pull out like a Spider-Man Velcro wallet.
No, it's a nice wallet. I really like it. Hate having wallets in my pocket though, so it's always thrown on the counter over there. Don't rob me, please. Yeah, good gift for a partner.
All right, and let's go.
Dr. Soleil, that's a bad gift for a partner. Stop that.
Well, it depends. What it depends
okay.
on the conversation you and your partner have beforehand, whether or not a pineapple shirt is a good gift or a bad gift.
It's a good gift for your partner who is also a swinger. Yo, stay at home Megan sent sausage. I did not know that was an option, something to send. And Zia Belt sent to heart me. Thank you so much.
And last but not least, let's go with jewelry.
Jewelry?
Jewelry.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my placements. It's not going to be absolutely maxed out, but it's going to be close. I'm going to take it down a little bit further even. I mean, jewelry is an awesome gift to receive. It's expensive. It's flashy. I don't think there's the necessary modifiers to max it out, but I'm pretty happy. I think these are real good gifts. I'm locked in.
I thought BoardGhost was like a phantom we all reference and not an actual person with purchasing power. Not only does BoardGhost have purchasing power, BoardGhost is kryptonite, the one thing that almost took them out, and the reason why they haven't been in chat, the IRS. It's the one thing. It's the one thing that can get them. Good gift for partner, bad gift for Garner. Bam!
Oh, okay, still on the target. Still on the target. That is a 3. Very nice, very nice. I saw Lisa saying, do we say flashy jewelry? No, because that's what would max me out even further. I was still up a good bit. I think those gifts are kind of too good for middling, except flowers. Flowers was probably the perfect hint. That's a 5.
That's a 5.
Golly.
You know, I'm looking at this board right here, and I've noticed over time the amount of space I have to write a score has slowly diminished and shrink. It's a great problem to have, don't get me wrong, but it's just like that hydraulic press. It's slowly coming down for the point total.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll choose one by hand. I won't randomize this. I'll choose one of the new ones. I added a whole bunch of the new custom cards, so we're gonna play some of them. Let's see. We'll do this one. Oh, it gives me a full error instead of giving me the info. Why would it do that?
You're gonna need a bigger board. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find another dry erase board, like a small one, and we're just gonna like hammer and nail, cartoon style, staple it onto the side of this board, kind of floating above Mark's head right here. How can we be on the board? Right there is our Patreon, Boardgamers Live. Anybody who follows or subscribes to our Patreon, $1 I think is the lowest amount. Anybody who gets $1 on there, put your name on the board. That's simple. Link in the description.
This does not make sense. Okay, for some reason everything broke. Oh well. Do some of those custom cards later. We'll do this one instead for now. Should record an audiobook, should not record an audiobook. From Country Mozart. I really like this card.
Hey, it's a good one.
Hello, Kirsten. Good to see ya.
What's up, Jess? Aloha. You do have the Hawaiian style shirt on. It is an aloha kind of vibe you're going for.
That is fair. That's fair. Mark needs to make an on-screen graphic that rotates through the supporters. I should definitely do that. All right, this 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This 4 is the target. The card is should record an audiobook, should not record an audiobook. It's a custom card from Country Mozart. Submit to us in the Discord. Feel free to leave your own suggestions in our Discord. I will get them working eventually. Link in bio. Okay. All right. Am I late? No, you are not, Kirsten. Welcome in. We just started 10 minutes ago, so you are just on time. It is good to see you.
Hang on.
All right, I'm closing it up. Corey, you may look.
Woo!
Okay, here's a good one to start us off from Amber. Gandalf. Yo, me, Taylor's version, sent a heart puff. Thank you so much, me.
Oh, I think I'd like listening to Gandalf read an entire audiobook. It might be a little slow, but I think he's got some emotion. The unit shall not pass. He's got that range. He's got that bravado. I think I'd like to listen to Gandalf record an audiobook. It's not like a crazy take, but I like it.
Okay, all right. Also from Kevin Hart.
Not at all. I don't like Kevin Hart. Fun fact, the only movie I have ever walked out of the theater on was a Kevin Hart movie.
Really?
It was Night School.
I've not seen it.
It was very unfunny, and I figured my time was better spent just going home. So,
final one from Ons, Liam Neeson.
All right, Liam Neeson, that you got me back on the should record an audiobook side. I like Liam Neeson. Reverse world Liam Neeson. I like Liam Neeson. I think he's got a good voice. I think it'd be good to listen to. Audio-wise, I could sit and listen to him record entire voice, but much like Gandalf, it's not crazy. That's something I'm Fry from Futurama slamming my money on the counter, asking for it to be made. So I'm just gonna put it slightly on the should side.
Okay. All right, locked in right there. Yo, Megan sent to heart me. Thank you so much, Megan. Should record an audiobook, should not record an audiobook. It was Kevin Hart, Liam Neeson, and first one I read...
Gandalf.
Gandalf was a funny one. Let's see how we did. Oh. That is just barely a miss. My logic with Kevin Hart, I don't particularly like or dislike Kevin Hart. I'm very neutral towards him. But the thing is, he has a neutral enough voice.
That's fair.
He doesn't have a voice that I dislike. It's
fair.
just like, oh, he recorded this audiobook? Cool.
I shouldn't say this because the joke finally went away, but I'm going to bring it up. I can't forgive Kevin Hart ever since Borderlands 2024. Ever since then, I can't forgive him.
Hello, Megan. It has been a bit. Good to see you.
Welcome in.
Welcome in. You guys are going to love the Lightyear sequel starring Kevin Hart. Dr. Cillier, I do not have time on this stream to explain to you why I would actually like that better than the actual events that unfolded in Lightyear. But believe me, I would.
What's the game called? Wavelength!
We're down to 5 cards remaining. 5 cards left to get the highest score possible. Let's see. All right, this card works. Some cards don't work. Who knows why that happens?
It's random. Who knows?
It's random.
It's like navigating a minefield.
This is our first one that I took from Goofy Ball Hunter 69. It's their first custom card on the list. Painful in a good way, painful in a bad way. Notably, they did not word it this way. This is one of the cards I reworded. Sorry, GBH 69.
Yeah.
How about Lightyear with Nick Cage? Now you're talking. Now you're starting to get into the realm of so bad it's good. My biggest problem with Lightyear, I will do this tangent very, very quickly, is it's a complete nonsense film that it's just bad all around, but the part that really gets me is it opens with a little title card saying in 1980 whatever, the kid Andy was watching television and grew this love of Buzz Lightyear. This is the movie he watched. And then they play a movie that could not possibly have been the movie that he watched to have the relationship that he does with Buzz Lightyear and Zod. Like, it does not make any sense for that to be the movie that Andy watched. So if you change it to Kevin Hart or Nick Cage, I do think that makes it better, because it gets further removed. Alright, I'm closing up my eyes. The card's painful in a bad way, painful in a good way. Whenever you're ready, you can mix up the board.
Alright.
Tangent done. I won't go too long tonight.
1 second. Bam. Alright. Let's open it up. Painful in a good way, painful in a bad way. Boom! That's what we got. Painful in a good way, painful in a bad way. That is where the blue 4 is, chat. Give me some clues. I have a short film suggestion I saw called The Other Side of the Box. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Other Side of the Box, is that the horror one? I'm trying to remember. I've definitely seen it, but there's a lot of short films based around boxes. Let me Google it real quick. I definitely know the name. Other Side of the Box. Oh, yeah, of course I've seen this one. This is one of
Oh, it's a classic! I know this one.
those classic short films out there. Yeah, it's a good one.
I
like
see
it.
that shorts of that one all the time. Alright, let's go with Breaking a Bone.
Breaking a bone. Ouch! That's painful in a bad way, but it heals stronger. It's a fact.
Getting hit in the ankle by a scooter.
Okay, that doesn't make you stronger.
Hey, some people on TikTok would lead me to believe the opposite.
Well, okay, it's painful in a bad way, but they get views from it for doing it on TikTok.
Alright, and last but not least, we'll go with Mary's testicular torsion.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna, real quick.
I don't know how to assess that one. People have different opinions on that one.
Would you want that to happen?
Personally, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
So, breaking a bone, scooter hitting you in the ankle, and that last
the old
one.
razor scooter.
I'm gonna say once again, it's not maxed out, but it's pretty bad. It's not. They didn't say breaking your femur, because that's the most painful one. They didn't say bone cancer, which is also very painful. It's just breaking a bone and getting hit by a scooter. Yeah, people break bones all the time. This is going to be a little bit more middling. And then the scooters, whatever. I know it's a meme, but it's whatever. And then that last one took me down a little bit more. And I'm going to lock in here, because some people enjoy it.
Alright, let's see it. Painful in a good way, painful in a bad way.
You could have given me better hints.
What do you mean? This isn't painful to not painful. This is good pain or bad pain. Nobody enjoys getting their bones broken.
You named a sex kink for the last one. Like, you named a actual kink that people have.
That's not a kink. That's more when... I'm not going to get into the anatomics of that one, but that's less of a kink, more of a serious issue.
Okay, it was a medical problem, not a kink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say CBD.
If you said anything ball related, okay, like it has to be ticked up.
We're gonna get Secret Stream tonight so fast. I shouldn't have said that one.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
I regret that one.
0 points.
Yeah, it is a literal medical emergency. Nobody wants to have that happen.
Okay, maybe I didn't understand what it was at first. All right, here's a fun one. Everybody loves this one. Card is fun prank to felony.
Yeah!
I'm giving the clues for this one. Literal medical emergency. Okay, all right. I think you're thinking of tension, buddy. Maybe, Molly. Are you an expert?
Don't ask people that.
Well, they were correcting me on it. So. All right, fun prank felony. They're correcting me just because I was wrong. The nerve.
How dare they?
Fun prank to felony. This out of focus 4 right here is what we are aiming for. This 4 is the target. Ooh, okay, we got some good ones coming in. I like these a lot. No, Hayden, bad, I'm not reading that. All right, I'm closing up the board. Corey, you may look. The first one I saw, which I really like, is breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering, that's just a felony. That's not a fun prank. You're just breaking the law.
Okay, all right. It's not a fun prank, maybe, but how about your next hint, yelling bomb in an airport?
That's, well, can I...
Actually, I can't say that. Yelling Barry in an airport. You can't say that on TikTok. We're actually getting a secret screen. We're off to such a bad start. We're screwed, guys.
We're so screwed tonight.
Guys, follow now because the stream's about to be secret streamed.
All right, let's see. I mean, that one's more of a, that one's more a little lighthearted, I think.
Yeah. You share the moment together.
Well, see, here's the thing. That one is just a felony, but also it's a little bit of a prank. Like that, you're just a little bit of a jokey joke.
What if it's for a surprise party? Yeah, your dear friend, Barry, is having their surprise party at the airport. Yeah, dear friend Bob having a surprise party at the airport, and you all get your friends together, and surprise! Bob!
But make sure you have a large, ticking clock with you as you say it.
Last one from Amanda, Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, so again, that's just a crime. That's just a felony. But, if I steal your car, yours specifically, if I steal your car, that is Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. However, I would be doing it sincerely just to mess with you. I would just park it around the corner and come back, right? Mm-hmm. So there is an instance where Grand Theft Auto can be a little jokey joke. But that's probably not what people are going for, so I'm gonna take it just slightly up from felony.
Okay, I mean it was the baseline of the movie Dude, Where's My Car? If that affects your placement.
Was it a prank in the end?
I don't know. Is that movie real?
You watched that? What do you mean is that movie real?
I'm not convinced that movie's real.
You're the one that referenced it!
Yeah, but I referenced it because it's a thing referenced in other media. Alright, fun prank felony, let's see it! Nah, these are a bit more fun. These are all things you can do as a prank.
I should have known.
Like Grand Theft Auto, it's a felony, but like you said, you can do it as a prank.
Goofy old prank.
OMG, hi besties. Hello, Sophie. Good to see ya. And yelling your friend Bob's name at an airport. Unfortunately, people have done it as a prank. Can't
wait to go in an airport and start listing off some of my favorite Mario characters. And when I get to my favorite, I'm going to make sure I say it the loudest.
Wow. That is 2 points, though. It is on the 2. Surprise arson. Hey guys, OMG, in your lives so much. I love them so much. Appreciate that, Phoebes. Alright, we are down to 4 cards remaining. We are at 5 points now, and we are going to move on to the next card. We're trying to do some custom ones here. Here is one written by Hayden that I pulled in recently. Worst place for a date, best place for a date. I think I reworded this one slightly. Sorry, Hayden. Oh, geeks, my people, how are you guys? We're doing good, gods and me. Good to see you.
What's up? Welcome in.
We are doing a custom card written by Hayden is Tired in the Discord. Worst place to go. Worst place for a date, best place for a date. This is a fun one. Speech. Why would I do a speech? We didn't get a 4.
And cooperative wavelength, 2 points is worth 2 points.
Alright, I'm setting the dial for this one. I'm closing my eyes.
I think that card should be reworded to fun prank or fun felony.
Hayden or somebody else, I forget who, did submit one that was harmless prank, prankless harm. I did that one, as well. It was along the same lines. I also did reword it. Sorry.
All right, worst place for a date? Best day for a date. Best place for a date. Holy, stroking out already. Worst place, best place. That's where the blue 4 is. These are going terribly tonight. They're all going wrong. Right
No,
there.
it's not. Nobody noticed.
Nobody
Follow the
noticed.
stream.
Nobody understands. Follow the stream. We promise we're always at least this put together. Worst place for a date. Best place for a date. Let's see what you got. I'm going to close up the board. Mark, you can look. The first one I saw, IKEA.
IKEA? Ooh. That's gonna be middling. It's gonna be middling, but slightly towards worse. Well, if your date's fun, then maybe it's the best place because you get to roam around those big old shopping carts through the IKEA maze. You could do time trials, see who can solve the IKEA maze first.
Like rats.
Like rats.
You can pretend to be lab rats.
Yeah, and you can sleep in the IKEA beds and like do photo shoots with the fake IKEA houses.
And anytime you need to use a bathroom, there's one all around.
I talked myself into it. It's a good place for a date.
All right, next up I want to give you McDonald's.
McDonald's, okay, maybe not, maybe not. That's not the best place in the world. I think it is going to be relatively middling, but a little bit towards the worst date side.
All right. And let's go, last but not least, let's go with, I like, hold on, let me scroll up a little bit.
Now, we didn't determine if this is, a romantic date or the fruit.
Oh, worst place for a date, best place for a date.
The produce section.
Probably like your lungs, I would think.
Yeah. The refrigerator, maxed out best place for a date.
All right, Lydia, I'll go with it. Cold takeout, leftovers, and Netflix at home.
Cold takeout, wait, you have both cold takeout and leftovers?
No, the takeout is cold leftovers.
And Netflix at home?
Netflix at home, baby.
I do that all the time.
That's my normal day-to-day. That's my ground zero.
That's my day-to-day, but you can't be bringing the significant other along for that. That's gonna not look good. So, and I imagine there are plenty of people who do that as a date from time to time. But
it's not a first date, it's just a normal date.
That's fair. That's fair. It's not a first date. Borgo says that's not a date.
Yeah, this is not first date one. This is just date in general.
Borgos is gonna know best. I'm gonna take it a little bit further down to worst place for a date.
All right.
I'm locked in right here.
Locked in right there? So the interesting point about this, that I saw a few people in chat saying the same thing afterwards. Early years, awful date. Couple years in, S tier. All right. So with that being said, bam!
Wow, that was like so descriptive though, with the cold leftovers and like you can't even heat them up for the date.
Yeah.
There's no love left in your heart to use the microwave.
Well, if you're watching Netflix, you're probably not worrying about the food that much.
Oh. What if it's Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul and you're so engrossed in the show?
Well, I've already seen Better Call Saul, so I already know what happens.
Molly says that's a date when you're married with kids. That's fair. That is very fair.
Probably one of the best dates you can get, too, because it's reliable.
Love me an IKEA trip. I should have considered the IKEA trip more. I should have considered that
Have
one.
you had their meatballs?
Probably. Not a huge fan of meatballs.
I've never been.
To IKEA?
We've had this conversation before. I
thought you would have gone with us at some point,
No,
but now.
You guys have gone without me. Not once, not in my life.
What the hell?
Ever been to an IKEA?
Dude, we're having you solve the IKEA maze.
You throw me in, we go live one day, and it's gonna look like a scene from fucking Saw, where you just drop me off in a jigsaw maze, you and Board Ghost are watching the security cameras, I try and frantically get out.
IRL stream Corey getting lost at IKEA.
Alrighty, here's gonna be a fun one. I think this one's from Dr. Facilier. We're doing the custom cards for the first round here. Would forget your birthday, would remember your birthday.
Alright.
As a sweet, I'm offended. Get in the IKEA, Corey.
Send me in there, I'm gonna find my way out.
New light goal, Corey's first IKEA trip.
I'm down with that.
IKEA is literally a day trip. It's easy to get lost in there. By design, actually. There's a lot to do. They have food. I do like when I smell like their cinnamon, like cinnamon pretzels is what they have there. No, cinnamon buns, yes. I remember that smell very distinctly in line. I'm like, ooh, I could stay here a little longer and eat these. Card is would forget your birthday, would remember your birthday. This is an interesting one. Okay, all right. I like these. I like these coming in. Okay, all right. I am closing it up. Corey, you may look. Let's see. I'm going to say the one that I liked best. I see a lot of family member ones coming in. The one that I liked best, what actually, your aunt.
Your aunt?
Your aunt. And Dr. Cillier says junk email, which is very funny.
Well, my aunt always remembers my birthday. All right, my aunts are probably, in my entire family, are probably some of the first people to remember my birthday and, you know, text me or call me during that. The junk mail, they got that shit under lock and key, all right? They know. They can smell it in the waters when your birthday's coming up, and they flood you with the coupon codes and the requests and the spams in order to try and get you on your birthday, all right? So, definitely would remember. I don't know if it would be maxed out. Maxed out is just like yourself, you know?
And then final one, there are a lot of people saying sibling ones I didn't want to read because, you know, you can't understand. But Kelsey Weasel says, your kids as adults. And that's an interesting one.
I mean, I'm an adult. I remember my mom's birthday. I remember my dad's birthday pretty well, pretty easy. I might, like, it might leave my mind until like a week beforehand, and then I'm like, oh yeah, my mom and dad's birthday's coming up. I gotta do something for that. So, like here-ish, I don't want to max it out. I definitely don't want to max it out, but junk mail, your kids as adults, those are pretty high up. So I'm gonna go like, bam.
All right, locked in right there. Would forget your birthday, would remember your birthday. We said aunt, spam mail, and your kids as an adult. Let's see how we did. Ooh, I believe that is still on the target. That is a 2. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that was a hard one. That was a hard placement.
I'll take that.
I saw a lot of people saying older brother, and I thought that was a really good one, but I wasn't sure how you would interpret that one.
I definitely would have ticked it up.
Okay, I ticked it up for older brother.
I don't know if it would have got me there, but I definitely would have ticked it up.
This card's really showing how good everyone's family relations are. Yeah, I saw some people saying like mother, and I was like, oh my goodness. You know, I think mother knows birthday better than me sometimes.
I love my mom, and you know, I think she celebrates my birthday harder than I do. Moms are great.
Yes. Alrighty. Oh man, it's a shame that card's not working. That would have been a great one. Let me see if I can spot why this is happening real quick.
My older brother forgot my birthday once, and it's literally 2 days before his birthday. That's
hilarious.
That's tough.
That's absolutely hilarious, to be fair.
Merritt says, hello, good evening, welcome in, welcome in. Snapchat would be maxed. It is true. Snapchat does be spamming. The amount of cakes and stuff I see on Snapchat letting me know it's other people's birthday is wild.
All right, let's do this. Let's do a second one from Dr. Cillier. We are down to 2 cards remaining in this first round of Cooperative Wavelength. My mom forgot mine until 7 p.m. on the day. Well, at least they remembered eventually. Also, Merritt sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Merritt. Would start a cult, would join a cult. You're giving the hints for this one.
Yes.
Mark DeCory. That is one that I added in, but for some reason, everything I've built is breaking and crumbling around me, so it didn't work. I'm sorry. I added that card in.
Everything's breaking, everything's falling apart. Would start a call, would join a call. I really like this one. I'm glad you put this one in. I like this a lot. Bam! Would start a call, would join a call. That right there is the blue 4. Give me some clues. I'm going to take 3 of them from YouTube and TikTok.
And Jimmy Colt is not a valid hint.
Jimmy Colt's not a valid hint. What game is this? This is Wavelength. Wavelength. Alright, let's see what you guys got. I'm going to close up the board. Mark, you can look. You can look. Let's go with, for the very first one.
This is interesting. Think of my maxed out answers for this one.
I really like that person's hit. I'm gonna go with SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh, they're joining a cult. They have joined cults multiple times. They became like leaders in those cults. They wasn't like a Squidward cult that they got wrapped up in.
Are you thinking of the episode where Squidward pretends he's dead, and then they start worshiping him as a ghost?
No, I'm not thinking of that one. I'll explain it later. I'm probably misremembering, but they're definitely joining a cult. That's pretty far maxed out. But by the end of the episode, they get out of it, so that does tick me up. They're out of it by the end of the episode. But the question's not, do they stay in the cult? So do they join it? Maybe it is.
Let's go Katy Perry.
Katy Perry?
Yep.
Known astronaut Katy Perry.
If I fly on an airplane from this state to another, would you call me a pilot?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair then.
Yeah.
All right, you got me.
Don't take this from Katy Perry. She deserves it.
She really needs this right now.
Has Katy Perry joined a cult? Not that I've ever heard of. Maybe I'm not too read up on Katy Perry though. I think that does tick me up a bit. I think known astronaut Katy Perry is probably getting tricked into an MLM here and there, but once again, has enough managers to pull her out of it.
All right, and then this one's funny, so I'm gonna go with it. Anyone from the state of Utah?
Anyone from the state of Utah? What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyone? Is this a middling answer? Like, are you trying to get me to call all of Utah stupid? Is that what you're asking me to do? You're asking me to broadcast the internet?
You're the one placing the dial, man.
You know what? Every single person from Utah is a respectable individual. But Katy Perry. Alright, it's not maxed out because the maxed out answer is obviously Mormons. You never said Mormons, that is the maxed out answer. SpongeBob and Patrick is going to be close. Katy Perry ticks me. What?
Oh, never once said Mormons, you're right.
Yeah, if you really think about it, Utah itself is a cult. Just the whole state. You ever heard anybody leave Utah? I haven't.
I don't think of Utah often. How would you know someone's
That's a
from
good point.
Utah?
You know, I picked Utah specifically, one, because one chatter said it, but the other reason is Utah is not a state that crosses my mind very often. I don't know what goes on in there. I can imagine they get up to some stuff.
It could be
Good
wiped
for them.
It could be wiped off the map and it would take a day or two for me to find out.
That's mean. That one's mean.
Okay, I'm gonna say, out of respect for Utah, I'm ticking it up this much. I think it's pretty far down onto the wood joint occult side. I don't know. I'll tick it up a little bit more. You have exactly this much respect, Utah.
All right. There was one guy in chat I saw that really, really wanted me to say Tom Cruise. And for me, Tom Cruise is like almost maxed out would join a cult. Because he's in one already.
Yeah.
Like, he's already in one.
Notably in a cult. But I actually would have put him on the would start a cult side. Because he has that personality type of, like, I think he's actively trying to recruit people in. And if he wasn't in Scientology currently, I think he would start his own, likely.
See, I just don't see him as that charismatic.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. SpongeBob Patrick, the entire state of Utah, Katy Perry.
You do me so dirty with that one. I'm so upset.
I can't believe you, Mark.
Oh no, I didn't have enough respect for Utah!
Can't believe you do that.
No! The only time in my life that blatant hatred for Utah would come back to bite me. The only time in anyone's life, really.
Nobody's
Nobody's ever regretted disrespecting Utah up until right now.
Dude.
Yo, Chill Pop sent 5 roses. Thank you so much, Chill Pop.
Is that 2 or 3?
2.
2! Bang on.
Tom said he came to my cruise to open a Scientology place and his BMW was stolen. See, that goes to show Grand Theft Auto is a prank.
That's giving the same vibes as Adobe making a Blue Sky account and getting bullied off the platform within an hour.
Yo, Chill Pop sent 6 more roses. Thank you so much. Tom City came to my cruise. Did I say that? Is that what I read? Codenames after. Yeah, so somebody asked, when does Codenames start? Probably in like 20 to 30 minutes is when Codenames will start.
Now, I see someone say the Utah slander. Listen, I have mad respect for Utahians, but I think Utah took a little bit of a stray. Utah took a little bit of a stray because I think if you were to name any state in the U.S., it would always fall on that side. Just people in general. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. I hit a button I wasn't supposed to. All right, morning activity, evening activity. This is our last card for this round, potentially. We'll be doing another one, maybe Codenames, I don't know, we'll figure it out after this. Morning activity, evening activity.
Morning activity, evening activity.
Who's setting the dial for this one? I'm setting the dial for this one.
Yeah, I believe so. Which one did we just do?
We just did the cult one. Now send the dial for the cult one. So
Yes.
for this one.
Country Mozart asking about getting into the Patreon section of the Discord. You have to link your Patreon to your Discord account, and once you do that, it'll automatically put you in there.
Yo, Merritt sent 3 friendship necklaces. Thank you so much, Merritt. All right, the card is morning activity, evening activity. This 4 right here is what we're aiming for. We need to give Corey a hint, get him to put the red dial right onto that blue 4. All right, we're seeing the expected answers for this. Okay, all right, I am closing up the board. Corey, you may look.
Bam.
From Lisa Starr and a lot of other people, waking up from A, eating breakfast.
All right.
And final one, I'll give you my own, watching the sunrise.
Okay, well, this is maxed out morning. This is maxed out morning. There's no,
Okay, there you go. Apple said watching sunrise.
Okay. Well, you said waking up, eating breakfast, and sunrise?
Yes.
Okay, well, waking up for me, we can put this more in the middle just for this one, all right? Maybe even closer to this angle right here. But the other ones are maxed out morning activity.
I was trying to leave some plausible deniability, because also eating breakfast, I mean, some restaurants serve dinner breakfast.
I'm also a big fan of breakfast for dinner. Big fan.
Really?
Corey, I swear to God.
But you hate IHOP.
I do.
This guy.
But you can catch me at Waffle House at 7 p.m. any day of the week.
Let's reel the board. Morning activity, evening activity. Woo! Very nice. That is a 4, extending the game in the final hours. And yes, we will in fact do a speech. Jillian sent a heart me. Merritt sent a popular vote. Thank you so much. We scored a 4, which is not going to be worth 4 points. It's going to be 3 points. Why is that the case? Well, in this game mode, a 4 is only worth 3, because instead, the benefit is we take another card and we add it to the stack. We would have been out of cards, 0 remaining. But instead, because that 4 worth 3 points, we are at 1 card remaining. What's a speech? That was the speech.
That was the speech.
I just ate cereal at almost midnight. What kind of cereal? Irish person in the UK. That's my question.
Depending on the answer will depend whether or not there are consequences.
Yes. Lucky Charms is the best evening cereal in my IMO.
That's fucked up that you said that because they're an Irish person in the UK.
Oh my god. I just like Lucky Charms, okay?
Fucked up, man.
Chill Pop sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Chill Pop.
Absolutely cannot say that. What's up, Natalie? How's it going?
Let's see. All right. Well, speaking of that conversation we just had, their next card is going to be funny to messed up.
That comment.
I forgive you. Chill Pop sent a popular vote as well. Thank you so much. And A sent a heart me. All right. I'm closing up my eyes.
Close your eyes. Gonna spin it up. Funny to mess up. That's what we got. Funny to messed up. That's where the blue 4 is, chat. Give me some clues that'll get Mark to put the dial where that blue 4 is on our scale of funny to messed up. Let's... Okay, I'm going to close up the board. Mark, you can look. First one I'm going to give you. Oh.
Ignore me.
Okay, first one I'm going to give you. Someone tripping.
Someone tripping? I mean, I'm going to be honest. That's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. But what if they get hurt? It's messed up. But it's a little bit funny.
Saw this one. Someone stealing Tom Cruise's BMW.
That's like maxed out funny. There's nothing messed up about that. I hope it happens again.
Whoa, you're gonna be suspect number 1 if it happens again.
Look, if Tom Cruise's BMW goes missing and I start driving around in a nice car, maybe.
All right.
You know what the worst part about stealing Tom Cruise's car is?
What's that?
I want to adjust the seat and mirrors.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. But that's so true.
I'm gonna say this is pretty funny.
And last but not least, let me scroll up a little bit on the old TikTok chat. I think I saw a good one up here that I liked.
Mark ate a car once. Thanks, Hayden. That was actually funny.
Let's go with... Ooh, this is interesting. Let's see what you... Teasing a dog with food.
Oh, that's messed up. Like, that's genuinely messed up. I know we joke about me hating my dog Guinness because I have to get up to take care of him all the time, but like, I would never tease him with food. That's like the thing.
It's the thing.
That's the thing he wants.
He's an angry dog.
He's an angry dog. I'm not gonna have him go through the...
I should specify, because there's 2 ways that you can take this one. I would assume this one is you give them the food after.
Oh. If you give them the food after, if you're specifying that, I mean, it's okay. I still wouldn't do it. My dog does get leftover table food a lot. He probably shouldn't, but...
Look, everybody shouldn't give their dog leftover table food, but everybody does, all right? That is one of the constants about being a pet owner.
So I'm gonna be honest. I do think that's pretty messed up, and in that clue alone, I would put it on the messed up side. With that being said, I physically cannot put it to the messed up side if stealing Tom Cruise's BMW is on the board. And tripping as well, it's pretty funny, but could lead to serious injury. I'm gonna say it's just, it's a chunk over to the funny side. And I'm gonna lock in right here.
Honorable mention, when SpongeBob pranked that guy by only putting 1 ice cube in the drink.
That's messed up.
Messed up. That's serial killer behavior right there.
Yo, Evelyn sent to heart me, and it was a first gift. Thank you so much, Evelyn.
Hey, thank you. All right, let's see what we got. Honorable mention as well, giving an ant food and then taking it away when its friends come.
That ant was executed.
They dragged them out back to the dead ant pile. Let's see what we got. Bam!
Yo, let's go. That is a 3. That is a 3 to end off this first round using only custom cards. Once again, if you'd like your own custom card submitted, you can join our Discord. There is a link in our bio and in the suggestions channel. That is where I pull from to get the custom cards.
You got there eventually.
Yeah, I got there eventually. And I will fix my system so that some more of the new ones can be shown next time. I taught my sister the ABCs wrong because it was funny.
That's literally the plot of iCarly, an episode.
Oh, wow.
Where they taught the kid there's a number between 5 and 6. You see iCarly?
Yo, yes.
That's just the plot of that episode.
That was messed up. They did that kid dirty. He probably deserved it, though. Yo, Chill Pup sent 7 roses. Thank you so much, Chill Pup. Well, it is time for me to pull out the official How to Play Wavelength rulebook and flip to the back where it tells us how we did. On our first round, we managed to score a 15, meaning the rating that we get from the creators of Wavelength themselves is, all caps, so close.
So close!
So close. You're actually 1 point away from getting the message that says you won. That happens at 16.
So we lost? Bunch of losers tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can beat it next round. I think we'll do one more thing of Wavelength and then play Codenames. Does that sound reasonable?
That sounds good to me.
Coolio. Also, I should mention, we are at 17,000 likes on TikTok right now. Thank you all so much. We managed to get to 100,000 tonight. We'll be doing a bonus minigame. The Price is Wrong. It's our own custom minigame where it's like The Price is Right, but we use weird Facebook Marketplace items such as military Vietnam helmet, one of a kind.
One of a kind. Never before has anyone seen a helmet like that. There's only one of them.
Interesting. But yes, that's at 100,000 likes. All right, I'm gonna start us off this time. I'm going to mix up the board. Let me get a card for us here. Let's do Dirty to Clean. I always fall asleep before the game. That's understandable. That is not a Vietnamese helmet. Well, then why are they listed as that on the Facebook posting? Clearly it must.
Hey, buddy, I'm just copying the Facebook posting.
Dirty to Clean. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. My hot take is I don't enjoy the Price is Wrong game, but the hosts are great, so I stick around. We appreciate that, Mary. And we're going to be working on doing games that aren't just the Price is Wrong for the like goals.
I got one cooking up.
Yes, it'll be a whole lot of fun. So eventually we will broaden our scope a little bit. Corey, you may look. Dirty to Clean. Okay.
Dirty to Clean.
Here's an interesting one. Have you done camping? Do you camp?
Yes, asterisk. Not like tent pole camping, like RV camping.
Okay, all right. Max's hint of camp food, I did quite like. I thought that was a good one.
I mean, it's gotta be clean because it's food you're eating, but it's not very clean because it's camp food.
Buffalo Strong 65 said toilet brush. Which is an interesting.
Well, okay. Well, that, I can't in good conscience put that one on the clean side.
Maybe. And final one that I'll give you. Here's a good one to end it off. Brody Baker says a towel.
Okay. I guess I'm wrong. I guess it is on the clean side. I think a towel and canned food, both of those things have to be clean. Unless it's a used towel, but you didn't say that. So a toilet, man, a toilet brush is a cleaning utensils. I guess that would make sense on the clean side. That being said, I don't think none of these things are very clean at all. I think all of these things are relatively dirty. So I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna lock it in. I'm just gonna leave it there. We're not gonna overthink things. I think these things are barely clean. They are clean. They have to be camp food. I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to my guns on that one.
The guy's never been to camp.
What the hell?
Yeah. So you're correct. I did not specify used towel. I also didn't specify clean towel.
Yeah.
So I was doing the whole scope of towels. It's right logic alongside. It's in the middle, slightly towards dirty. Yeah, camp food. It is food. You know, it's clean enough to eat, but I don't trust what goes on at some of those camp mess halls. And toilet brush. It's. You know.
Yeah, that's the one that threw me. Toilet brush is the one that I would lock in on that dirty side, but camp food, I can't in good conscience put food on the dirty side. Food that you're gonna put in your mouth? Disgusting.
He missed the location. A little dirty. Indeed. What's our highest score? 42 is the highest we've ever gotten. We are down to 6 cards remaining. Maybe within these 6 cards we can beat 42. What do y'all think? We're gonna need a lot more 4s if that is the case. 6 cards remaining. The score is 0. And you're giving the hints for this one.
I'm giving the hint.
Whew! In that case, the card's gonna be hard to pronounce, easy to pronounce.
Hard to pronounce, easy to pronounce. What the? Really? You're gonna do this to me?
Yeah.
It better be on the easy to pronounce side, or else we're gonna be throwing hands.
I'm closing my eyes. Corey, you can spin up the board when ready.
I'm putting a big old fat goose egg up there, man. Hard to pronounce, easy to pronounce. I can't believe you would do this one to me. All right. Hard to pronounce, easy to pronounce. That's where the blue 4 is. I really got to lock in the pronunciation for some of these words, no matter where this dial is, because it's going to be double bad. If it's on the easy side and I flub it, I've screwed myself. If it's on the hard side, then it's going to be a difficult one regardless. All right. I'm going to close up the board. Mark, you can look. First one I'm going to go with. Aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. So, I think it's intuitive to figure out either pronunciation of aluminum or aluminium. Probably aluminium is more intuitive to figure out if you never heard it said out loud before. But because there is a massive distinction between the two, it's going to be on the hard to pronounce side, pretty much no matter what. Because you're struggling to figure out which pronunciation to use. But once you know both options, I think it's easy enough, so it's only going to be a little bit there.
I'm going to say next one, onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia? That's taking me down a little bit. That is taking me down a good bit. That is a tricky one to me.
And last but not least, let's go with Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
That's another one, once you know it, it's fine, but that one did trip me up as a kid a lot. I wanted to say Wednesday, and I could not figure out how to spell it, ever. But it's not hard to spell, easy to spell, it's hard to pronounce, easy to pronounce, which is based off the spelling. So I'll take it up a little bit, because these are all words that once you know how to pronounce them, you're going to pronounce them fine. But the first time, if you don't have any other context, it might be a little difficult to figure it out. So I'm going to lock in here.
All right. Aluminum, onomatopoeia. And as Country Mozart says, Jenna Ortega for the last one. Let's see what we got. Hey.
Ooh, okay, all right, very
guy.
Nice.
Look at this guy thinking. I saw there were a few people in chat, and some people really liked it, wanted to say chauffeur.
I would have gone way hard to pronounce. Way hard to pronounce on chauffeur.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny how different people are, because for me, that's way easy to pronounce.
That word makes no sense to me. I see that word and my mind freaks out. Explodes. Yeah.
Understandable.
You know, for the longest time, I couldn't physically pronounce the word declaration.
Really?
Yeah, like I knew the word, I knew what it was, I could hear other people say it. I couldn't repeat the word back to them if they said it to me.
You probably got bullied about that a lot when you were younger, didn't you?
I mean, not particularly.
Okay.
For that,
That's good.
I got bullied for other parts of my speech impediment, but not that one.
Yeah.
I was
gonna say, I can imagine a case where somebody is like asking you, like saying it and trying to get you to say it back at them.
Like I kept on gonna say, I would say like decorrelation, and like I couldn't get out of that pronunciation. I'm scared to even give that example because I feel like I could get stuck back into it again.
Well, you know, if somebody starts shit talking you about it, you can always say, "Well, I'm about to deck you hard," and then just you hit them as hard as you can to the ground.
I can't pronounce choreographer. That makes sense. That's a tough one. Couldn't say ridiculous, and used to be like that with avocado. Those make sense. Those all make sense.
I'm so weird because some of these words that like are hard to pronounce, like choreographer, right? For me, no problem. It's the easy shit is the ones that'll trip me up, right? Like I can't be high and mighty and say, oh, I don't have a problem pronouncing these words, because the simplest shit is what gets me. It's the opposite of what it should be.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Apparently Mark can't pronounce choreographer either. Probably not. How do you pronounce that word, Cord?
Choreographer.
Yep.
See, I know that one because it's got Corey in it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Still fail it regularly. All right, let's reveal the board. Worst thing to find in your closet, best thing to find in your closet. This is a custom card from a Halloween episode. If you want to submit your own custom cards, feel free to join our Discord, link in bio. There's a suggestions channel. Worst thing to find in your closet, best thing to find in your closet. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. What is this? We're playing Wavelength. Ooh, okay, all right. That's an interesting one. I'm closing it up. Corey, you may look. First one I saw that I really liked was Food from 1 in a Million. I figured out how to pronounce the name.
Well, it depends, right? If it's a bag of chips, it's going to be fine. It's probably neutral, because there's a good chance they're going to be stale, but it's fine. If it's like pocket egg, I can only imagine the horrors of war that's happened in your closet.
Great one from Mary. Belt, but it's too small.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
Closet ham is Max. Max, best thing to find.
Love me a good closet ham. Shave it right off the bone while it's in there. Yeah, a belt that's too small. If you're finding a belt that's too small in your closet, it's probably because you were looking for a belt, and normally when you need a belt, you need a belt. Sorry.
Final one from Kelsey Weasel. I wanted to read it while I was seeing it. Your favorite sweater with a new hole in it.
Awful, tragic. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna throw stuff. I don't wear sweaters that often. This is probably the closest thing to a sweater I own. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna throw things. Awful. But really, anything. Hole in any of my clothing is bad to find.
Wait till you find out. Oh, you put your head and arms through.
Whoa.
Hole in any of my clothing is bad, Corey says, like just in a sack.
just like a little embryo, just completely enclosed. Would you consider a shirt a straw then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad we had this conversation. All right, I think I'm gonna. This is pretty bad.
I have no further input to provide.
This is pretty bad. I wouldn't say they're the worst things.
Food, belt, but it's a little too small, and your favorite sweatshirt, but it has a new hole in it.
Yeah, these things aren't terrible. They all are tragic. Like I said, the belt. Normally when you need a belt, you need a belt. It's pretty bad, but I don't know. Do you just have one belt in your closet? I have at least 2 or 3.
Unfortunately, I only have one belt in my closet. I'm gonna disrobe a little bit here.
Whoa!
And because of that,
Those secret streamers, man. What the hell is this?
it is my desperate need to get a new belt. Yeah.
Only having one belt and then pulling out that one belt for it to look like that?
Yeah. Don't own belts, they're evil. That's fair. Mark's prized belt. They're expensive. I need a new one. Hair reveal? Sure. There you go.
Look at that. That's good.
Mark, no.
All right, I'm good. I'm locked in.
Is anyone surprised Mark only has one belt, says Dr. Facilier? Oh, it was in the middle. Honorable mention.
Really, food in the middle?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like a packaged thing of chips, or like I keep a lot of wrapped candy in my clothes for little snacks, and sometimes I'll pull something out of the closet and I'll be like, ooh, little Reese's cup from 2 years ago.
We can't trust you on food answers. I should have known that. Because to me, if I find a 2-year-old Reese's cup in my jacket pocket, I go, ew, gross, and then I throw it away.
Oh my god, how could a Reese's cup expire? That's not a thing that expires.
Reese's cup, I'll back you up on that one.
Okay, thank you,
All right,
Boardgos.
all right, I want to point out.
More chemicals than peanut butter.
I want to point out, all right, when you came to my house last time, they were selling I believe it was the Valentine's Reese's cups 2 weeks early, and we had just picked it up. And I hand one to you, and I go, hey, you want a Reese's cup? And you go, ew, is this from last Valentine's Day? And I go, no, it's from this one.
I had that conversation.
You did.
I was critical.
Was you?
I actually don't believe
Which is
you.
why I remember this, because I was shocked at this revelation.
I genuinely and thoroughly don't believe you.
He's trying to gaslight me.
Bunny May sent a level of sparks. Thank you so much. Honorable mention from Becky. Finding a horse in your closet. It is cute but hard to move. What kind of a fucking answer is that?
The best one is the response. The fucking best one.
Mark, do you have anything edible in your pockets right now? No. So, you see, the thing is, if you catch me in public, I will most likely have food on me because I have a intense fear of not having access to food. I keep food in my backpack at all times. I keep food in my pockets, keep food in my car. But if I'm in my house doing this show, it's not going to be the same because I got food over there. I don't need to have it on me.
It's true. Quick access.
Mark's a prepper, yes.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. Alrighty. I saw chat was very split on the 2-year-old Reese's debate.
I like what Mary said. I would secretly eat the Reese's, but I would teach my kids that it's gross.
That's correct.
At least you're honest. All right, what do we got? Forbidden Encouraged? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, forbidden to encouraged. Why is your fear intense? Is it camping? I know you're making a joke, Hayden, but part of the fear did come from not having food when camping in Scouts. You're not supposed to have food in your tent. I did. I was chomping.
Overthinking, Mark? No way. It's more likely than you think. Forbidden, encouraged, that's where the blue 4 is, chat. 3 clues, TikTok, YouTube, I want to see them. Becky says, I had surgery today, so I need to go and sleep off the anesthesia. Night-night.
Oh.
Good night, Becky.
Yeah. Good night.
Speedy recovery. Best of luck. Let's see what we got. Memorize this position, because I'm going to close it in a second. I'm going to close it in a second. Ooh. Ooh, memorize it. I'm closing the board. Wow. Mark, you look. You speaking up for your friends.
I mean, it is encouraged, but like, what if you speak up for them to like the school bully and then they beat your ass?
And then your friends.
And then your friends, yes. That's encouraged. Yeah, that's very encouraged. Build more community. Maxed out encouraged. But actually, your friends are kind of shitholes, so I want to speak up for the person you're sitting next to.
All right, that did catch me off guard for a second before I realized the implication of it. Fair enough.
Be gay, do crime.
Let's go with. Ooh, where is it? I saw it. Driving within 5 miles per hour of the speed limit.
Dude, not in this area. Not in this area. People are gonna be mad. They're gonna run you off the road. This is America. People have weapons in their car. If you're going within 5 of the speed limit, watch your back. Then again, from a legal perspective, I'd say that's encouraged. I would be scared to do the speed limit every once in a while.
Okay. Let's go, last but not least. I'm seeing Chad say it. Getting a new belt.
Guys, I really want one. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's tough. I got one for Christmas, but it was the wrong size. I was supposed to replace that belt in December, but it was the wrong size.
It's April now, man.
I noticed.
It's April now. We're a little past little excuses of, I should replace it in December. It's April.
This is
We're a quarter of the way into the new year.
Pretty darn encouraged. I'm gonna lock in right here.
All right. Obviously it says pet and cheetahs.
That's
no!
Maxed out encouraged.
No! Forbidden! Alright, let's see what we got. Forbidden encouraged. Bam!
Oh, okay, overshot a little bit. Not bad.
We take those.
We are on the board. That is a 2. That is a 2. Very nice. Back on the board. We are down to 5 cards remaining.
You're right. We're actually a third of the year, not a quarter. You're right. Even worse. Even less excuse for you, actually. That was a 2, you said?
Yes. All right, we're doing Hayden's custom card next. This is one of the new ones. Harmless prank, harmful prank. They phrase as harmless prank, prankless harm. I thought it would be a little more clear this way, even though I did like your original writing.
It's controversial. I like the old way better.
Keep going, Mark. You almost have 2 belts.
That's true. If oh my god, if you keep it up long enough, you'll double your belts.
Yeah.
New belt through mitosis.
That's how they breed. (1984).
Literally 1984.
Why'd you have to change the wording on this one? It's the only one I cared about the wording. 1984. All right, I'll change it back, Hayden. I'll change it back.
I'm on the Hayden change it back train. I like the
harmless prank,
economy.
Prankless harm, or harmless prank, harmful prank is how we're running it this time. I will change it back. This 4 right here is what you're aiming for. This 4 is the target. We need Corey Hint to get him to put the dial right onto that blue 4. Okay, I'm going to set it down, close it up. Corey, you may look. First one I saw, which I really like. Where is it? Where'd it go? Who said it? Kyle says toothpaste Oreo. Jules also toothpaste Oreo.
It's on the harmless side, because no one's gonna get hurt from putting a toothpaste in an Oreo. But it is really, really gross so you will harm my taste buds by doing it. So I can't max it out harmless. You will harm all of my senses and sensibilities, and my trust in you forever.
Okay. I saw somebody say, whoopee cushion on the teacher.
Whoopee cushion on the teacher. That's straight execution. That's you skip the principal's office, you go to the next tier, which is public school execution. You are deceased. So yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that assessment.
Go on.
Real quick. And then final one. Let's see. We do 2 toothpaste ones, hiding the toothpaste cap. So you got toothpaste Oreo, hiding the toothpaste cap, and whoopee cushion on the teacher.
Well, hiding the toothpaste cap is harmless. That would be like maxed out harmless. That doesn't hurt anybody doing it. So I think it's close to max, so I'm just gonna tick it up a little bit, save a little bit of room for pranks, and I think we'll call it there.
Okay, locked in right there. I think you had it on the floor pretty much the whole round. It was off a little bit, so it probably would have been a 3 either way.
I think it would have been a 3 either way.
Leave the toothpaste alone, guys. Yeah, if they steal the cap off the toothpaste, then your toothpaste is gonna get dirty. It won't clean your teeth, it'll dirty your teeth because it's exposed to the elements. That is a 3, very nice. And yeah, what if they bite into a toothpaste Oreo and they're so shocked that they choke?
Well, they're gonna have cleaner teeth when they go down. So.
Yo, Laura sent to heart me. Thank you so much, Laura. Good
really,
to see
you're
ya.
doing them a favor if you think about it.
I was excited to watch the Origami Championship on TV, but it was only on pay-per-view.
Nice.
Country Mozart, you got the jokes today. Country Mozart's testing out their stand-up routine with us tonight. It's going well so far. I like them. All right, we are down to 4 cards remaining in this round of Cooperative Wavelength. Let's do yet another custom card from our Halloween episode. Monster you'd smash, Pa Monster you'd pass.
Well, Pro Monster!
It's a
Pro Monster, you pass skinless harm!
Why did this happen? Okay, let's fix this real quick.
You pass skinless harm.
Okay, there we go. Fixed. Nobody noticed. Nobody's gonna mention anything. Nobody noticed a thing.
Passinkles! Not the Passinkles!
Shut up. Nobody saw that.
Alright. Monster you'd smash, monster you'd pass. Thank God I'm not placing this dial.
Coward.
Let's see what we go. Monster you'd smash, monster you'd pass, right there.
In mind, it's me doing the dial here. And once again, I'm gonna lay down the groundwork. Don't say Gru. I'm not responding to that one.
It has already been said.
Jesus Christ.
It has already been said.
I haven't even opened my eyes, but Lisa, stop. No more Gru.
That is one of them. That is one of them. All right. I'm gonna close up the board. Mark, I'm gonna give you my first one.
Okay.
Go Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing.
I gotta pass on Swamp Thing. I would not be a fan. Too much moisture.
All right.
Not a fan.
Let's go.
Probably a little more, actually.
I mean, he's got that swampy thing. No, thank you. Jabba the Hutt.
Me personally, I am passing on Jabba. But I know there are a few people who Jabba is their type, so out of respect for that, I'm gonna take it up a little bit.
Oh, okay, all right. And last but not least, let's go. Let's go with the. I know what those are. I don't know how to pronounce it though.
Which one?
The Urukai, is that it? That's the orcs from Lord of the Rings, right?
Oh, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings.
All right.
But I can picture the orcs in my head. The meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'll give you a double. I'll give you a twofer, all right? So that one, think about that if you can. And then Randall from Monsters, Inc. is the other one.
Randall?
Yeah.
Randall is the chameleon?
Yeah, purple guy.
Oh,
purple guy!
I don't know. Okay, the fellas from Lord of the Rings, the orcs from Lord of the Rings, I would pass. Randall, though, come on, I mean, there's some Randall appeal. That's a conventionally attractive monster chameleon. He lurks around with such authority.
That's a red flag for me. Why is he
Lurking around?
Why is he lurking invisible? That's a red flag.
Well, you know, maybe red flags are my type.
I mean, you know what they say, with those rose-tinted glasses, all red flags are just flags.
Yeah, I don't, like, hard-working man, committed to his job, going for, like, the highest position at the company, ambitious.
All right.
But I'm definitely throwing because those orcs are ugly. I'm ticking it up this much out of respect for Randall, but everything else was near maxed out monster. I'd pass. I'm locked in here.
He can literally change colors. Evelyn, he can't change shape though. He can go from like purple to scarlet. All right, that doesn't change much.
Well, he could end up as a pretty color. You know, we could have our own like sexy color that he does just for me. Wouldn't that be something?
No, this Uruk-hai is a low-key, hear me out. You're the one that gave the clue. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Randall is a distinguished gentleman. Exactly, Michael. Exactly.
You know, I will say, this one shocked me. There were quite a few people at the very beginning that were all saying Frankenstein.
That's definitely monster you'd pass. He's the hot one. He's the hot monster. If you're talking about Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. What? Regardless, I think it's on the opposite side.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because
Gene Wilder.
To put it just plainly, humanoid, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what we got.
Randall, really? I don't know what to tell you.
I'm glad you placed the dial for this one, is all I gotta say.
Mark, you're really selling me on Randall. Guys, look, I just want to say, monster you'd pass, monster you'd smash, unsexy villain, sexy villain, sexy color, unsexy color. Every single time I've done the card, the dial has been too far sexy. There has, to my knowledge, to my memory, there's not been a single time where I said it under sexy. I have always gone too sexy on these cards.
It's crazy. Every
single time.
Hey, you live your truth though, and that's what's important.
Yes, that's a 0. That's no point.
You know.
SMH. All right, we are down to 3 cards remaining. Randall has a bad boy vibe to him. He does. That's correct.
Randall has a vibe to him that I can't say on TikTok because it'll get a secret streamed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's the kind of vibe Randall has. All right. Going invisible, creeping around. Red flag. Hello.
Hot cold's the damn card.
Hello. Red flag.
Roz would have been better. I'm actually not familiar with Roz.
That's what Randall is a felon. That's what I'm saying. That creepy lizard boy.
Felon is definitely attractive for some people. Are you closing your eyes?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay. All right. Opening up the board. Hot, cold. This 4 right here is what you are aiming for. This 4 is the target. This is an interesting one. All right, got some interesting ones coming in already. Felon, that's an orange flag. Hot, cold. This is what we're aiming for. I'm going to set down the board, closing it up. Corey, you may look. First one that I see, which I quite like, is Stove That's On from Zoe.
Okay, that's pretty hot. You're gonna burn yourself on that. Don't touch it. Kids, learn the hard way.
Yes, also Boiling Water.
That's pretty hot. Got a little bit of boiling water splashed on me yesterday when I was cooking dinner after I got home. Ouch. Ouch is what I gotta say to that. It's pretty hot.
Red flags to Mark. No, that's not a real hint. Don't don't consider that one.
That's maxed out. That's maxed out.
And final one. Oh, here's a great one. Frying oil from Jillian.
Oh, I don't fuck with frying oil. That's scary. Frying oil is like that's like lava. You know, that's molten hot. That being said, you know, lava, the sun are all things you could have said to max out and you didn't. So I gotta tick it up. But frying oil, boiling water, the stove while it's on are all, they will burn you and cause severe damage, especially frying oil. So I gotta go with pretty high up on the hot scale. Also, a lot of people in chat saying Randall.
Yeah, the honorable mention is, of course, Randall. That many people have said, Randall, if you're Mark, consider Randall for Mark or Corey.
Listen, chat is very, very attracted to Randall, but you can't deny he's a cold SOB.
Also, I did ultimately put it on the monster you'd pass side. Are you locked in here?
I'm locked in.
Let's see it. Ooh, alrighty. That's a miss. That's a miss. Unfortunate.
No!
Yeah, I was trying to name damn hot things that wouldn't max you out. So I can't say the sun or lava or stuff like that.
The miss of extreme agony and terror. No!
How do you submit custom card ideas? Jess, there is a link in our bio to our Discord. If you join the Discord, there's a suggestions channel. You just leave the ideas there, and I sort through every once in a while and add them to the list.
Oh yeah.
We are down to 2 cards remaining. We're gonna do code names after this. Yay, code names. It's gonna work this time. Trust me,
He's gonna
fingers
do
crossed.
it. He fixed it. He did it.
Actually, let's prep the board now.
Oh, he's getting ready.
What?
What's up, World X? How's it going? Welcome in.
I'm going to
Bacon.
actually...
Bacon grease.
Board.
Aaron, here's the thing. Frying oil, terrified of. Bacon grease, I will fry bacon in the pan and just have that grease splatter all across my hand and not even flinch. It does not bother me in the slightest. I don't know why, but that's just one of those things. Bacon, it's like I got a buff. Like I got a bacon grease resistance, all right? Doesn't bother me. The little splat. The frying oil, though, that shit terrifies me. I saw Novocaine, you know that action movie with Huey from The Boys?
Yes.
I saw that one. Shove the guy's hand into the deep fryer. Ooh.
All right, next card is going to be Failure to Masterpiece. Fun fact, you're actually born with 4 kidneys, but as you grow up, 2 of them become adult knees. I'm setting a dial for this one. You're giving the clues. I'm closing up my eyes. It's a good one, Country Mode Start.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Failure to Masterpiece. Bam! Dead center.
Try again. Maybe close up and mix it again.
Or
you know, we're low on clues, or low on points right now, so maybe just run with it.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day. I was so Country Mozart's adult knees joke got me so distracted. Alright, chat. That's the new placement.
Where is it?
That right there. So, Mark, you're gonna want to look a little bit to the. All right. So then we have failure. We got masterpiece. We got the. Somebody say quote dead center, and then they put the trumpet emoji next to it. There we go. Blue 4. There we go. I'm going to close up. Close up the board, Mark. You can look. You can look. I'm gonna go with 4th grade art as the first one.
Once again, I can't criticize artwork of an elementary schooler. It's not moral to do that. I think it's great that they're making art. I think it is a masterpiece and is a stepping stone to greater things. But obviously, I am alone in that opinion, so going off what chat thinks, it's gonna be a failure because a stupid 4th grader made it.
Let's go with current day Katy Perry.
Known astronaut Katy Perry?
Known astronaut Katy Perry.
Look, I don't know what
Standing up there with the greats Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Katy Perry. Mount Rushmore of astronauts right there.
Look, jokes aside, it was a dangerous and brave thing that she did going into space. And was it a little bit of a waste to send a celebrity instead of a scientist? Yes, but it takes courage to do that.
Darcy, you only have to say it once. You don't need to spam it. Please, just one time. Thank you very much.
Both of these, my personal opinion, I would be a little bit towards masterpiece. I haven't heard Katy Perry's music recently, but I like the old stuff. But I know, going off what chat is thinking, it's going to be towards failure. So I'm going to say, like, right here.
Maybe one more. Let me scroll up. Katy Perry for president? That's my 2028 ticket right there.
Mark, stop overthinking. Challenge level impossible. It's not that I'm overthinking. That's my actual opinion. My opinion when you say a 4th grader's art is, I think, is my gut opinion is going to be towards masterpiece. Unless you're criticizing me for overthinking by putting it to failure.
Let's go with, for my last one, I think I am going to say, this is a tough one.
I love kids' art. Me too, Aaron. You know, I think it's really great. I think it's a big stepping stone towards greater things. Get them interested in art. I think it is inherently a masterpiece that a child at all is able to produce art.
I'm gonna go with Amber's like that. Kia is a car brand.
Kia?
Kia.
Yeah, I don't know anything about cars. All right, this is in the middle. I know nothing about cars. A Kia sounds fine, though. A little bit towards failure because somebody pointed out outer atmosphere equal not space. If that's the case, I didn't read up on the trip that much. If they only made it to not officially space, a little bit towards failure. Locked in here.
Locked in there. All right. Now, see, modern day Katy Perry, right, is more than just brave, pioneering astronaut. All right. She's also kind of
California Girl. That's Katy Perry, right? The California Girl.
I'm not caught up with her discography.
I mean, that's like the song that made her famous. It's like the original.
Was it Fireworks? Was that the one that really blew her up? No pun intended.
Oh, maybe.
No pun intended.
Like Crush.
Yes.
California Girls. Yes. Okay, that's what she's been up to.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, I was gonna say she's kind of losing her marbles a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear.
All right, let's see. Failure to masterpiece. Bam!
I'm proud to have ticked it further towards the masterpiece side. I will defend those 4th graders' art projects.
Oh, it was I Kissed a Girl who was the one that blew her up.
Oh, okay. I mean, they're all classics.
It's all classic.
That is
classic
a 2.
Man, and Kias are fine, except for the Kia Soul. Hey, anybody out there driving a Kia Soul right now, I just make sure your arson insurance is up, because those things do tend to catch fire quite frequently.
Well, all right, we are down to 1 card. It was a 2.
It was 2, okay.
We're down to 1 card remaining in this round. Then we're going to be doing some code names after this. Very fun. We're going to do little known fact, well known fact. I'm not reading that. Kia boys. Oh yeah, I guess the Kia boys single-handedly do push it a little bit more towards failure. Just because why did they design their car to have that fault?
Kia boys.
All right, little known fact, well known fact. I'm giving the hints for this one. What do you do in code names? Great question. There's a board, 25 names. We're trying to discover all of our field agents through one-word hints that connect some of the words on the board together. It's a lot of fun. All right, low known fact, well known fact. This 4 right here is what we are aiming for. We need to come up with a hint that gets Corey to put the dial right onto that blue 4. Low known fact, well known fact. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna give you 1 second to keep looking. I'm setting down the board, closing it up. Corey, you may look.
Bam.
Let's see, well-known fact, well-known fact. Let's see. I'm going to say, oh, here's an interesting one from Amanda. The colors in a rainbow in order.
Roy G. Biv, baby. Roy G. Biv, well known. You learned that in grade school.
Yes, let's see. Let's see. Oh, here's an interesting one from Alice. Light travels at a finite speed.
I'm gonna tick that one up a little bit. I mean, I think most people know that because that's why it's called the speed of light. Like, it has a distinct speed. So I think most people know that, but phrasing it like that, you might confuse a few people.
And
Wait, what?
Final one from Lisa Star. Honey never spoils.
Oh, that one's pretty common. I think most people know that honey's nut. That's like the doomsday prepper style thing. Again, I don't think it'd be 100% of people would know that if you went around, but I think I'm pretty confident to say you're more likely to have somebody know it than not.
So it's our colors of the rainbow in order. The speed of light is finite, and honey never spoils.
Yeah, I'm confident what that is. Let's lock it in. Let's do it.
Locked in right there. Little known fact, well known fact. Let's see it. Ooh, I do believe that is still on the 2. Yep, that is a 2. Very nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so my logic is these questions all have little snafus with them. With the colors of the rainbow in order, it's like, are you including some of the like ultraviolet colors and stuff like that? Like how many of the colors of the rainbow are you including? And you could like break it down to be more specific. So some people might not know it offhand, and Roy G. Biv isn't that universal. Some people may not have heard of it. And speed of light is finite. You know, there's a really interesting Veritasium video where they were talking about, well, how do we know the speed of light is consistent in both directions? What if the speed of light is half of c one way and instantaneous in the other? Maybe. We don't really know that. And there's not a way to test it. And then honey never spoils. That's one, like, you know, some people don't know that. I didn't really know that. I would assume it spoils eventually, but I wouldn't ever be like, yeah, that honey's spoiled. I would just keep eating it.
I'm king of the bees, man, so.
All right, well, we're about to move over to Codenames. First, we're going to pull out the official How to Play Wavelength rulebook. And we'll flip to the back and see how we did for scoring a 12.
Bam!
This is a 12. Our last score is 15. So the message we get from the creators of Wavelength themselves is not bad.
Not bad!
Not great,
Ooh.
but not bad. Very nice, very nice. Also, there's a whole bunch of fun doing the custom cards from everyone in the Discord who submitted. A whole lot of fun. Let me break it down for you, Mark.
Let me break it down for you.
That's definitely a 4. Grab another card. No, we are moving on to Codenames. Corey, do you want to explain how to play Codenames?
I absolutely can. You want me to? Oh, you got it. You got rid of it. Codenames is super, super simple. What we're going to be doing is, I believe he gave me this. You give me this as an example board? Oh, he's gone. All right. Codenames is super, super simple. I am going to, or Mark is going to.
This board is an example.
Yes. Super, super simple. We're going to the Spy Master, whether it be me or Mark, are going to give you guys a clue followed by a number. Looking at this clue real quick, it could be, let's say dentist for 2. That's the clue. What that means is there are 2 words on this board of 25 that correlate to dentist. It could be mouth. Say we guess mouth. We then reveal it to see what color that card is. We want to get as many blues as possible. If we get a red, that is a point for the other team. We lose when the other team has successfully revealed all of their red cards, which is done whenever we guess one incorrectly or whenever we pass the turn. One is just automatically revealed. We win when we are successfully able to guess what all 9 blue words on this board is. Corey finished editing the Codenames Explainer already. I'm not the one editing that. I get scot-free on that. That's not me. Woo! So it's super simple. It was a little bit of a rushed explanation. If there's any questions, feel free to ask them in chat. I will be more than happy to answer it. So chat is guessing the blue ones? Exactly! If you see a blue card revealed, that's a good thing. That means we are correct. If you see a red card reveal, that's a sad thing. It means our total score at the end of the game is going to be lower. Nogman asks the black card. Yes, there is 1 card on this list of 25 that is a black card. That is the assassin. That if we guess it, da-da-da, we automatically lose the game no matter what. What's the average flight speed of an unladen swallow? African or European? You think a film major could edit a TikTok video in under 3 weeks? Listen, hey, we're doing a lot of things behind the scenes, all right? There's a lot of stuff going on. He's gonna get there. We had this conversation yesterday. I don't think physically they could do more. There's not enough time in the day. We're gonna have to start inventing new hours in the day for them to do more for the stream. It's just that simple. We're gonna need to get 2 marks. Clone them. I'm not gonna do this, but I think my dad would be a good guess. Bro's definitely him. I'm sorry, Dad is not on the board. Much like in my life, gone. Where's the ham? Unfortunately, we do not have a ham on this board. This board is currently ham-free, but don't worry, we will be getting a new ham. Or a new board, not a new ham. Well, I'll be getting a new ham at home. Need to get some lunch meat, get some good lunch meat sandwiches. Oh, I think I hear a Mark returning. Hopefully his belt has mitosis. He's got 2 of them now.
I'm back with 2 belts.
Holy shit, it's mitosis!
Yo, holy moly, Kelsey Weasel sent 5 squirrels. Laura sent a sausage, Laura Lapina sent a sausage, and Becca sent a heart meat. Thank you so much. And Laura Lapina sent a squirrel as well. I did not know squirrels and sausages were options. These are very fun.
I love squirrels.
Alright, people know how to play the game now?
I think so, hopefully.
Cool.
Did my best.
Alright, let's see. Let's set a new board. I can give you the opportunity to go first if you want, you know, since it is always me going first.
It's up to you.
Then I'm going first.
Alright.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
You gave me too many options. Alright, new board is set. This is the board that we're playing off of. There are 9 blue field agents. That is going to be our job to discover. I need to give you hints. Let's see.
River says still confused on how to play. Don't worry, as we get into it, I'll try and explain the first round as we go. I promise you, it is way simpler than I'm trying to make it out to be by explaining it. What are the green cards? They are neutral. They are nothing. They're neither team. If we hit it, it just ends our turn. No other negative consequences. Big miss. Big miss. Megan says, I haven't played in years. Well, now is your chance. Mark's currently thinking of a good clue to get us right off rip.
The best clue.
He's only going to give us the greatest clue possible. He's going to give us a clue for 9. It's going to connect all of the words he has to get us to guess in one go.
Uh-huh.
Pop says, can we play Codenames first tomorrow, please?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. So Austin's going to be
his
here.
decision.
Austin's going to be back. That's going to be something.
Going to my in-laws for Easter. Hopefully we will play this game. Hey, best of luck. You're going to have all the practice. You're going to dazzle them with your Codename skills.
All right.
Jillian, perfect. Reveal 9 blue cards and have the least number of red on the board. That is the goal of our game. We're looking for blue today. We should hopefully never have to look for red again. That should have hopefully been a one-time problem.
Rotating for 3. Why is there a 10 on the back of this board? Your price is $10, but your clue is rotating for 3.
No. I was sad to hear Corey wasn't going to be here, but then Austin?
I can imagine it was Hayden that said that.
No. It was TikTok chatter.
Oh, okay.
Windmill. Windmills rotate. Holy shit, they spin. Mark, show me windmill.
Windmill, they be spinning. They be doing that.
They be spinning.
Very nice. That is one of our 9 field agents discovered. Very nice. Off to a great start.
Escalators. I don't think escalators. I mean, I guess the belt rotates around. Escalators! You're rotating around a point in space. All of the planets rotate.
Chat, what should the goal for us being for us playing eels and escalators?
Eels.
Escalator.
Earth. Is Earth on the board? Earth does rotate. I don't think it's on the board though. Space. Spring. Escalator. Switch. Switches are rotating. I like space the most. Space and escalators seem to be the 2 most beloved. So I'll ask you guys, do we do space or escalator first? I think those are the 2 most beloved. I see a lot of other people throwing in some additional guesses in there, but it's fine. We gotta find 3 words on the board that relate to rotating. I'm seeing a bunch of spaces. Let's go for that first. Let me see space.
Space. That is correct. Very nice. That is 2 of our 9 field agents discovered. Off to a great start.
Australia is rotated upside down.
bulb, you have to rotate them in. Mark logic.
That's fair, yeah. Now we're seeing a lot of escalators. I don't know if I agree on the escalator train. I don't know if I like that one. But if enough people in chat like it, I'll go with it. If not, I'm thinking we just pass. Silhouettes rotating? Rotated upside down in comparison with Australia? Okay, all right.
Rotating for 3.
Escalators! All right, chat, we're gonna take an escalator, Mary, here. Let me see it. Escalator!
They be rotating. They be rotating. Very nice. That is 3.
That's crazy. That's one that I would never have gotten without chat.
That is
never in a million years would I have guessed escalator.
Yo, Sophie sent a rose. Thank you so much. Very nice. I'm assuming you're passing now?
I'm gonna pass now.
Okay, it's time to reveal a red one. Let's see, what are we gonna do here?
Platypus Mary.
I am going to reveal...
That's just the name of a platypus. Mary.
Spring as belonging to the red team.
Spring!
Yes. And I need to think of another hint for you.
All right, lock it in. Start thinking. Start noodling it over. Come on with a good one. Escalator is rotating steps. Yeah. No, you guys are right. I never thought of it like that. I don't think I ever would have put... I never would have... To me, they just appear out of thin air. They're just like magic. Why do you reveal a red? So whenever we pass our turn, we reveal a red. It's basically a ticking clock because we lose the game once all of the reds are revealed. So it's just an element to keep us guessing, to put us up against the wall. It's basically our clock. If we can't guess all the words by the time all of the reds are revealed, we lose. Hey guys, I'm back. I think it might be Ham. Corey thinks escalator steps are infinite. Skylar, you're not wrong. Where do they come from? Have you ever seen somebody get sucked into the escalator track? They never come back out. That's because they're infinite.
All right, your next hint is going to be nightlife for 3.
Nightlife for 3. At the nightlife, baby.
This is an interesting one.
So this is our clue. There are 3 words on the board that relate to nightlife. I see a lot of people are saying asleep, tired. Where's your spirit, guys? Where's your sense of adventure? Let's see asleep. Ooh.
That's a miss. That is a miss.
This guy's got adventure. This guy's got spirit and whimsy.
I mean, nightlife, kind of by definition, you're not going to be asleep because you're having a life at night.
It's tough, though. It's tough.
All right, time to reveal another red one. Let's reveal point. Point belongs to the red team. I do be asleep at night.
That's my life at night. That's where I live. Asleep. It's probably lifestyle, I would assume, is one of them. I see a lot of people say tired as well. I could see it. Tired, photograph, spot, shaft. So for nightlife, I'm thinking it's definitely curtain as well. Curtain for nightlife. Kelsey Google says, being asleep is my favorite part of the day. Well, the day, I mean, that's normally when I go to sleep is when the day starts. And then I wake up when it ends. I am much like a nocturnal animal, I am. Silhouette, switch, bulb, baguette and berries. I eat baguettes at night. Everyone knows that you die when you go to bed and you revive when you wake up. Exactly, that's true. You do just cease to live whenever you go to sleep for like 8 hours. You go into like a lifeless coma. Nightlife is a lifestyle. Yeah, that's pretty much a lock-in for me. I think it's definitely lifestyle no matter what. Can you use nightlife for lifestyle? Rules lawyer question? I believe so. Because they're both technically...
It was one word. There's no space.
Yeah, there's no space, which is why.
All right.
Baguette with ham?
I don't know how I feel about this, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to say your next hint is going to be vine for 2.
Vine for 2. Show me deceased. Not on there?
Not on there. Not on there.
Not on there? All right. Well, I think before anything, we lock in lifestyle. Or, well, we'll do Barry first, and then after Barry, we lock in lifestyle, because I think that's a gimme. So show me Barry.
That is correct.
Bam!
That is 4 of our 9 field agents discovered. Very nice. R.I.P. Vine.
R.I.P. Vine. Lifestyle, River, I like it. Let's go lifestyle next.
That is correct as well. Very nice. 5 of our 9 field agents have now been discovered.
All right, we're missing 1 for Vine and 2 for Nightlife. Tick like tick-tock. Bria, I'm gonna be so for real if that's what Mark was going for. I like your thinking, but if that's the clue Mark decided to go for, I'm gonna be so angry. Tired for Nightlife, Shaft for Vine. Why Shaft for Vine? Photographer, publisher, only thinking of Vine videos. I have no idea. I mean, no one knows what's going on in his head. Publisher, because they publish videos on Vine. Baguette for Vine. Okay.
They do grow on vines.
Oh, man. Chat has no one tied in, I think. We're in a bit of a picky. We're in a bit of a pickle. Nobody's really screaming for any one specific one. It seems like there are multiple. Show me pickle. Rick for 1. This one is tough. I'm gonna go for tired. You know, Nightlife, you're partying, but you're still tired. So show me tired, Mark.
That is correct. That is very nice. That is 6 of the 9 field agents discovered. Very good. Very good. And you're out of guesses now, aren't you?
We're out of guesses. Because we get guesses equal to that number plus 1. So we got 3 guesses this round. We used all 3.
Time to reveal a red one. I'm going to reveal...
Bulb for Vine.
A real bulb.
It's not bulb, guys. It's not bulb.
All right, 3 left. Golly.
Switch.
Ooh, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. I got it. It's all coming together. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be the best clue ever. Everyone's gonna go, Mark, we're so proud of you.
We're so proud of you.
We're so proud of you for this.
You're so smart and clever and creative.
Mark, you've never thrown, not once in this game.
Mark
Your hint.
is the best at all of these games.
Monopod for 3.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
Monopod.
1 pod? Singular pod.
I can't define it for you.
What the L, Mark? They've immediately flipped on you. They have immediately flipped. I'm seeing Tick. Ticks have 1 pod, so that makes sense, I guess. Show me Tick.
Maybe you should have read Jeremy's, who knows what a monopod is.
How do I know?
Tick's a miss. Tick's a miss.
How do I know he knows what that is?
Okay, tripod, 3 legs.
Okay.
Monopod is a tripod with 1 leg. It is used in photography, specifically sports photography. It is a 1-legged tripod.
How was I supposed to know that?
Maybe anyone could have Googled it.
I saw like 7 people say Tick right off the back.
That made no sense. All right.
They're monopods. They got 1 pod.
Laura sends a paper crane. Thank you so much, Laura.
Made sense to me.
Let's reveal paper next. All right, my next hint is going to be...
Just come on, write it. Just write something.
Monopod for 3. My next hint's monopod for 3.
Show me photograph. Show me photograph.
That's correct. That is 7 of our 9 field agents discovered.
Chat's gonna think I'm so smart. They're gonna say you've never thrown, Mark.
I would like to formally apologize. Yeah, if anyone just took a moment to Google it.
You know who doesn't have access to Google, Mark? This guy right here.
Well, I figured you've hung around me enough to know what a monopod is.
Nah, whenever you start talking about film, I kind of I hear the Charlie Brown adults, the wah 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 wah. That's not true.
Jeremy, you're giving all the answers from here on out.
I'm always enraptured. Shaft. That makes sense. It's monopod. It's got 1 shaft. Mark, show me shaft.
That is correct. Very nice.
Yes. And last but not least, monopods are used for taking pictures. Where do you send your pictures? To your publisher. Let's see it.
That's a red one.
Well,
all right, let's reveal platypus that belongs to the red team, and your final clue is I don't know. Polka dots for 1.
Let me see Spot! Yeah, Spot! Yeah! That was... Why Spot?
Jeremy need to host. Maybe. Jeremy, what are you doing next Wednesday? God. Monopods, you use in photography, it is a shaft, and you put them down in one spot. And I'm like, it all connects. This is awesome. This is amazing.
I didn't know what it was, man. I don't have one of those fancy film majors. I'm just your average everyday schmuck off the streets.
The assassin was mooch. Nobody talked about it.
Whoa! The assassin is a mooch.
Was shaft for vine? Yes. Yeah, it was.
Vine shaft?
Yeah, because a
It
vine.
sounds like mine.
No, because a vine. I was thinking of a berry vine specifically. It's kind of like a shaft that's like holding the berries off its appendages.
You can't.
And I had to say a somewhat large. I was just giving a larger number because I mostly wanted people to get the nightlife hints. I was mostly having people go for that. So yeah, whoever said shaft and Corey went, why would it be shaft? And I went, I don't know. You were right. You were right. Follow that instinct.
Mark, I love how confident you are in some of these hints.
You meant twig and berries. This is not Corey's fault. The monopod one, maybe. I do expect him to have known that. All right. Golly, I should have prepped a new board while we were doing all that, huh?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Are you sure? All right, prep your board. Oh, you're ready. I'm gonna grab my own board over here.
Okay.
What is this game? This is Codenames.
Are you sure?
No. Get the box. Can we see it?
Yeah, I'll grab the box. Yo, Kelsey Weasel sent us s'mores. Jillian sent a GG. Thank you so much. Where's the box for this game? Codenames.
Her lines have so much in common, it's a shame they will never meet. Hey, so true.
Alright.
Is Ham on this board? It's a false alarm? Hold on, I'm scanning.
Ham, lock and ham. Oh, thank you. Pretty sure.
It is Codenames.
We are in fact playing Codenames. I'm gonna pull out the red cards because I like to use the red cards as props.
Absolutely zero ham. No ham spotted on this board. Not even a 1.
It's messed up. No ham, Mary. Let's see. I don't believe him. I'm just telling him he shouldn't hype himself up. Hyping myself up is the only way I get through these games, okay? I have to believe that there is a world in which people see the monopod hint and go, oh, like my tripod, but with one leg, used in photography. I'm piecing it together.
See, monopod just sounded like a bug terminology to me. And I saw people saying tick, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense to me. Like a monopod, it's like one thorax. Thought you were getting...
Doesn't pod mean foot?
I don't know, man.
It's like ticks.
What do you think, I'm a bugologist?
Like a monopod can be, I think that is a term that is used in biology, but it just means 1 foot. Really,
the real truth is you said that, and the only thing I can think of is metapod. That's the real truth of it.
It's been a couple weeks since I've seen y'all streams. Did y'all give up your setup? No, actually. We're doing like a hybrid thing. We're trying to move over there as soon as possible. The table is done. We are just doing some administrative work to facilitate us moving over there. But we did not give it up, and we'll actually probably be there Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa, that's sick. I'm so excited.
Entomologist. The study of feet.
It's podiatrist. Nah, it's feet doctor. You should know what you call a person who studies feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Film major.
You got me. All right, star for 3.
I'm watching some Tarantino this weekend. Oh, you're staring at feet all weekend? Okay. Is there Prices Wrong at 100K tonight? There is, yes, we're halfway there. All right, star for 3. I'm looking at Olympian. Wish makes sense. Diamond, star diamond. Knight. Yeah. Corey, show me wish upon a star.
When you wish upon a star.
I was so distraught with that round. I didn't even tally what our damn score was. I don't know what we're trying to beat. I just moved on. Knight. Corey, show me knight.
Bang! Knight!
Very nice. Jeremy says mass. I don't know why mass, because they're massive. But last time Jeremy was ignored, they were dead on with the photography and would have saved the entire round. See a few people saying mass. Diamond, like a diamond in the sky. Oh, diamond or point. Is point back on this board? I'm going to explode. Mass, like a dark hole. Point. What about Olympian? Like, they're stars. I'm actually not confident. I'm going to pass. Stars have so much mass. I'm going to pass.
Right.
I'm not confident.
Pass, not mass.
Shine bright like a diamond.
We're gonna go. Pass is also on the board, by the way. You son of a. We're gonna give it a point.
Wasn't that one, guys? Wasn't that one?
Wasn't that one? Give me that eraser. Stop hogging it. Hand it over. Bang. I've taken control of the eraser.
Diamonds, because some people draw stars like that. Oh, they draw little diamonds. Okay. Worm. Is worm on the board? Dude, I'm worming out. Can we lock in worm? It's not on this board. What the heck? Mass, because stars are just a mass of gas. Maybe. I mean, I feel like that's a little bit too abstract. Like, you're correct, but I don't know if that's what Corey would have thought of.
Don't look at my monitor real quick. I need to Google something.
I'm looking away from whatever Corey's Googling.
I see.
My phone died. I hope I didn't miss anything good. A, you missed a really, really good clue from Mark. You missed just the best clue Mark's ever given. The stars aligned. I gave a perfect one, and then the world failed me.
All right, you can look.
What's more likely, that Mark's hint was bad or that everyone else was wrong? And I say everyone else was wrong.
You know, sure.
I feel so strongly about diamonds, my mind went straight to Rihanna. Okay, you know, Megan, I'm leaning towards diamonds as well at this point. I wanted to say Olympian because they're like stars, like Olympic athletes. But I could be convinced on diamonds. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, like a diamond in the sky, preschool level. Just because it's not on the board doesn't make it wrong. That's a good point. Listen to Lisa. She is a star. Oh, it's Lisa the star. It's definitely diamond then.
All right. Next clue. Celebration for 3.
Celebration for 3. When I celebrate, I go sick. It's a very common phrase. People say it a lot. Frog from Princess and the Frog. Oh, feast. That make more sense. Yeah. Corey, show me feast. Yeah, holy moly, Mitch sent a galaxy.
Whoa!
Holy crap, thank you so much, Mitch.
Shine bright like a galaxy.
Shine bright like a galaxy, many stars. And Bunny May sent a team cheers. Thank you so much.
Feast, you said?
Feast.
Let's feast on this correct answer!
Woo! Very nice. That is a 3. Midsummer. Midsummer's a good one. People be celebrating in that movie.
Didn't they make a documentary about the dangers of doing that?
Documentary? Corey, show me Midsummer.
Bam!
Woo! Very nice. That is 4 of our 9 field agents discovered. Jillian sent 6 finger hearts. Thank you so much, Jillian. Girl, what? Midsummer is a thing. It's not just a movie. It is, in fact, a real thing. Olympian, you celebrate when you get a diamond ring. That's fair.
Celebration.
Is there anything that works better? Because I was leaning towards Olympian for star, too. I do want to consider diamond. So if Olympian's right, we'll go with diamond. Yo! Wait, I remember your name. It was Daily Winning Clips. Or Winning Clips Daily.
He's done it.
Daily Winning Clips. Thank you so much for the heart, me. Remembering your name change. And Corey, show me Olympian.
Bang!
Woo!
Bang on.
Very nice. That is 5 of our 9 field agents discovered. Or you are in the wrong team.
Huh?
You said hold on and started counting. Is something wrong?
Oh, I didn't say hold on.
Oh, never mind. Olympians also celebrate. And then we gotta go for it. Corey, show me diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Woo! Let's go! Way to go! Using up all the guesses there.
Oh, each and every wrinkle of our brain.
Holy moly, daily winning clip sent to GG. Jillian sent to Perfume. Thank you so much. Let's go! It is time to reveal a red one.
Let's give it a teapot.
Okay, short and stout.
Nope, we're not. Not this time.
Laura Lapino sent a let them cook, and Kayla sent a heart me. Thank you so much. All right, how many words? 3 remaining.
3 remaining.
Country Mozart says, gotta go for a clue for 3, trust chat.
I'm gonna do my best.
People give diamonds as gifts for celebrations. Guys, that's so true. I'm celebrating something right now. If anyone wants to send me a diamond. Mary sent a goat. Thank you, Mary. We always appreciate the YouTube chat TikTok gifts of a goat. Thank you for the goat. Called it crown. Goat Mary. Mary is the goat, you know, greatest of all time. Let's see. What's on this board that's interesting? There are a couple tough ones. I think Adapt is a pretty difficult card to connect to anything. We could still consider Mass, even though we discovered all the hints. Holy moly, Jillian sent a hat and mustache! Thank you so much! I was in the middle of reading the cards and all of a sudden there is a hat and mustache on my face. It's mud, says Mitch. I believe you. Lock in mud. Hello, A fan in YouTube chat. Good to see ya. Corey is currently thinking of a hint. Yo, Aaron sent to heart me. Corey's thinking of a good hint to give us, trying to connect 3 words together. It might be impossible. You might have to give a hint for 2 instead.
I don't think it's impossible, but I don't know if I'm good enough to do it. I don't know if I'm skilled enough.
Say monopod.
Monopod for infinite.
Yo, Sierra sent a rose, and Dr. Acilier popping over to TikTok to send its corn. Thank you so much. I can really impress girls with my drawing of F-150s. You can call me a pickup artist. Country Mozart, that's one of them. That's one of the jokes I've ever heard.
All right, we're gonna try this.
Mud, frog, and hole. All right, we're locked in. We got our 3.
All right, let's go with slop for 3.
Oh, hey, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Wait, did you guys nail it? Mud, frog, and hole? This kind of works, right? Mud. People are calling mud. Corey, show me mud.
It was mud.
That's outrageous. They just blindly had that right.
They're smart.
Sick, because you get sick from
You could say
schlop.
we were on the same wavelength.
Oh, I'm not fully convinced on sick. Water, schlop. It does have an H in it, as you can see. It's pronounced schlop. Frog love schlop, says Jeremy. Lawyer. Seeing like schlop. Oh, feeling like schlop when sick. I can be convinced on it. Corey, show me sick.
You know what sick is another word for?
What?
Vomit. That's some slop right there.
I do not consider vomit to be schlop, but I mean, schlop's something you feed pigs, right? You ain't feeding them vomit. I'm not Baby Bird,
Hey.
no pigs.
Pigs will eat anything. Anything is slop. Slop is not like a definable. You can't give an ingredient list of slop. It's like if you were to drop it onto the ground, would it go? You know what I mean?
A frog slops around. Frog, I guess. Mass. Schlop is a compound. Frog. Alright, I'm going to put it to a poll. My personal vote is going to be for frog. That is what I'm voting for. But we are going to put it to a poll. Let's see. Create new. Which code names do you choose? The options are going to be frog. It is going to be hole. It is going to be water, because water makes slop.
Got one more on YouTube I can do.
And let's see, what would the last one be? compound? Oh, compound. You intend to compound word. You see it's on the board. Compound. All right, save, start. The poll has started. You have 1 minute to express your opinions. Hello, Liam. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm voting for Frog. Guys, Brush is the assassin based off vibes. It is very, very possible. Price is Wrong at 100K. Yes, we will be doing that at 100K likes on TikTok.
Bang.
So far, Frog is in the lead. Come on, Frog. Hop to victory. Hop to victory.
Can
Let's
it win
go.
the race?
Frog, 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 frog. I'm frogging out, says Jeremy.
I'm gonna go Froggo mode in a second, dude.
Guys,
Losing my frog in mind.
there's such a compelling argument for Frog, which is, of course, frog, 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 frog.
Frog, silly little guy. Frog.
Wait, why
silly little
compound? Because schlop is a compound, apparently.
Compound of schlop.
A compound of schlop. Get these pigs a compound.
You ever think there's a pig Walter White just making the
Animal
best
Farm
slop?
2.
Oh, Animal Farm 2, but it's a Breaking Bad sequel also.
Instead of learning about communism, they make math this time. All right, Frog is the winner. Frog is the winner. Corey, show me Frog.
Yeah. Ooh.
Guys, we're frogging out.
You frog too close to the sun.
We really jumped to conclusions there.
Oh,
Frog.
The frog does. Mark, you are so clever and original.
Frog's got that tongue that do that schlop thing. Thanks, Country Mozart. Thank you for saying those words. Yo, Dr. Cillier showing off the Miss custom stickers in TikTok chat. The exclusive stickers that they have access to from being a subscriber. Very exciting. Show off that guy's handsome little mug. And then Water White.
Put your card away, Water.
Mark, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Mitch. I needed that. Oh, H2O for one.
Let's show for one.
Show me Water.
Water. You're mad? You only have to say it one time. Please do not spam or we will time you out.
That is all 9 of our field agents discovered. Very nice.
That's a tough one.
Before we
we gotta reveal the red real quick.
Before we can do that, I need to pre-prep one
shit.
of these. Okay, all right, do whatever you want.
Let's get rid of red. Get rid of pass. I hate it and I don't like it.
Okay. Pass on the board. Oh, all those people saying pass.
What went wrong?
It's fine.
What went wrong? Bam! We did it.
Very nice.
3 reds on the board. What's that score? What's that name?
3 reds on the board. That's actually a really good score. That means our final score is 5.
Woo!
Our score in this game is determined by how many red field agents remain undiscovered. So 3 ended up on the board, 5 remained off the board, meaning our final score, and the score to beat is 5. And Corey, what was the assassin?
Assassin? I'm really glad you didn't stick to the whole 3 chosen words thing at the end, because it was whole.
It was whole. Oh, man. Oh, that was part of the poll, too, wasn't it?
No, I don't believe so.
No hole in the poll?
No, there's no hole in the poll. There was a hole. The fact that there wasn't a hole.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, I think we have enough time for one more game, at least.
I think so. I think we got time for one more.
Let's see. I am setting a new board. I'm going to be your spy master this time. Just in case, I'm going to preemptively prep another board, just in case. And it is my turn. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, here's the right amount. Corey, can you erase the previous score?
Absolutely, I can. Get rid of that. Looking for 9 blue agents. There are 9 words on the bottom. Mark is looking for. How do you set up the board if you're playing the actual board game? I mean, just like this, you get your 5x5 grid. The only difference is in the actual board game, there is a set of patterns that will show you, like it's a little card, and it shows you where on the board all of the different colors are. But we have technology, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
Good idea prepping the board. You are giving the clues after all. Right, Lisa, it's because he's going to give so many good clues, we're going to burn through it. He's going to give one for 9, and then we're going to immediately hit it.
Guys.
What's up, the great Scoot? How you doing? Dad, unemployed, nightmare, father for 3. How are you supposed to find? He is going to give us a clue followed by a number. That is going to be a word that correlates with however many clues that he has. That will be a word that correlates to however many hidden agents that he gives the number for. So if he says father for 3 words on that board correlates, I see what you did there. Correlates to the word father. Those 3 are the blue ones. We need to get 9 total. Chat, I promise you, I am awful at explaining this game, but it is pretty simple once you start watching for a little bit. And if you have questions as we're going, feel free to ask again. It's way easier to explain when we're in the thick of it. So, yeah, gotcha. Hey, hopefully you're in for a penny, in for a pound. Bat Mary. It can be for any amount. He could say father for 9 and try and get all 9 off rip. He can say father for infinite, and we just keep going until we get one wrong. What's the highest amount of words you've given with a clue? I think 4. I don't think we've managed to squeeze out a 5 yet.
Not yet. Maybe soon.
But 4 is pretty difficult in and of itself.
Not this round, though.
This is not the round.
This is an interesting one. I'm trying to connect some words that really don't want to be connected.
Uh-oh. One second, I just gotta...
Yep.
Bam! Sorry, I'm getting notifications. I gotta mute them. Okay. Harry Potter Ride 3, Riddle, Scar, and Phoenix. Can you give a clue for a red card, though, to trick us, or is that cheating? I mean, technically he could, but we're all on the same team, so that really wouldn't help much. We really wouldn't do anything. He wants us to get these words.
My hint, I finally decided on one. It is going to be fantasy for 3.
Fantasy for 3.
Your hint is fantasy for 3.
Fantasy for 3. We got like a unicorn or something up there. Phoenix? Phoenix is our fantasy. Centaur. That's another fantasy creature. Centaur, Phoenix, Leprechaun. Oh, Mark, show me Centaur. That's classic fantasy.
Nope. Try some other ones.
You can't beat the accusations when you give a clue like that.
I read it as century, actually, not centaur. It's hard, but you know how the words look on this.
I do know how the words
they're
look.
split
They are
in the
difficult.
middle.
They are split.
I thought it was century, and I assure you, ignore that. It's a great hint. Great hint. It's real Scar.
If you ignore all of the mistrials on this end, it's a great hint. It's a great hint. I promise you.
Yeah, Buster.
You can't beat the accusations like that, man.
F you. Alright, I'm gonna go Santa for 3.
Santa for 3. I mean, Phoenix and Leprechaun are still our other fantasy ones.
Actually, you know, screw it. I take that back. Never mind. Forget that 3. It never happened. Santa for infinite.
Santa for infinite? What the hell?
Yeah. Guess till you're done.
All right, lap. You sit in Santa's lap. Show me lap.
That's correct.
Woo!
That's correct.
Santa gives you a lump of coal for Christmas. Show me coal.
That's correct.
All right. Wow, we're really going.
We're playing catch up here.
Dream? It's because Santa's in a dream. Dad, Father, Christmas. I think we go like Phoenix or Leprechaun from the previous round. I just saw a couple leprechauns. Leprechauns are
You
fans.
just saw a couple leprechauns.
Right there, get them! They're going to the pot of gold! Let me see
crap.
Leprechaun.
That's correct.
All right.
We're at 3 of our 9 field agents discovered.
Unemployed. Is Santa unemployed? I guess he is 364 days of the year.
Lazy ass.
Lazy ass bugger. Phoenix? Let's go. Phoenix or Dad? Because he's Father Christmas. I think I'm more confident in Phoenix being fantasy than Dad being for Santa. So let's go Phoenix.
That's correct.
Bam.
That is 4 of our 9 field agents discovered.
All right. Let's go. Last but not least. For the 5. Father Christmas. Let's go Dad.
Are you saying Santa's my dad?
Yes.
That is correct!
Oh, yes! is. He is your dad.
That is 5 discovered. You could keep going if you want.
We could keep going.
Could never stop. Solve them all. Figure out all 9.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare or Dream, I think are the 2 people are going for. Dream or Nightmare. Oh, the duality of man. Dream or Nightmare are the 2. Dream for the 3rd fantasy. That's a good point. Dream for the 3rd fantasy. Mark, show me Dream.
Nope.
Ooh.
Let's reveal another red one. Nightmare.
The illusion of choice.
Nightmare. It's a tough decision. Dream or Nightmare? All right, 4 left. Maybe I can connect them all and we can go home.
Back it up early.
Back it up.
Get us out.
Yeah, let's connect them all for 4. Let's go.
Everything's falling apart. Computer, because it's a gift from Santa. Mark, how was fantasy a good clue when they were all red? I assure you, if you ignore the red ones, fantasy's a good clue. I don't even doubt that either.
It's a great clue.
It's like when parents ask you which vegetable do you want to eat first. No, it's the fucking illusion of choice meme where it's the cow being presented with 2 hallways, but both hallways end up at the same place. Dream, Nightmare, and at the end it's red card. Dad is also fantasy? To certain people, you're probably right, yeah. Is there a new word? There is going to be in a second. He's currently conjuring up a good one. Good clue in his noodle.
No, I'm conjuring up a bad one.
Hey, I like you're prefacing it, alright?
I'm definitely gonna need a new blue marker soon, but...
Centaur Gate. Just get a piece of tape, get a string, and start swinging it above your head. Inertia? What is this game and how do you play? This is Code Names. Mark is currently writing a word on the board followed by a number. All you gotta figure out right now is figure out which words on this board currently
Barnes & Noble for 3.
relate to Barnes & Noble. There are 3 of them he thinks relates to Barnes & Nobles. Book on the board. This is Code Names. Did I say wavelength? This is Code Names.
Code Names.
Poem. Poem makes sense. You can find poems in Barnes & Nobles. Let's see poem.
That is correct.
Bam!
Very nice. That is 6 of our 9 field agents discovered.
Poem. Mug. Mug. Is there? Do Barnes & Noble sell mugs? #1 mug realtor around here? Because they have coffee shops? Oh! Okay, show me mug.
That is correct. I think I own a Barnes & Noble mug.
That makes sense. That makes sense. There's Starbucks in them. I didn't know that. I'm not much of a frequenter of Barnes & Nobles because I don't and I can't read.
Yeah.
Sure. Zen, Riddle. I think I'd do Riddle before Zen. You find Riddle books in a Barnes & Nobles. Computer. Find computers in Barnes & Nobles. Zen, yes. All right, Mark, I think it's poll time. Been saying mug since Santa. Well, guess what? I'm gonna put mug in the poll.
Been saying mug for years.
I've been saying mug for
Wait,
years.
don't put mug in the poll. You already guessed mug.
Oh, we already guessed mug?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. You're right.
What are you going for?
I have short-term memory loss. Let's go Zen. Let's go riddles. Or riddle, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go unemployed. Because when you get fired from Barnes & Nobles, you're going to be unemployed.
Yo, the Great Scoot sent to Rosa and said, "Oh, Megan sent s'mores. Thank you so much. Holy moly."
And last but not least, booth.
Booth. Bada bing, bada booth. Famous saying.
Is
All right,
it?
the poll has started. You have 1 minute to let your voices be heard. Sasha Gord sent a heart me. Thank you so much, Sasha Gord. Interesting. There's a lot of opinions coming in.
Computer, no computer. Bria, if we're wrong on whichever one we guess, we're gonna keep computer in the back of our minds.
It's where I pick up my favorite album, OK Computer.
What does that mean?
It means I go to Barnes & Noble to pick up my favorite album, OK Computer.
Is that an album?
It's a song.
The clue's Barnes & Nobles. I'm pretty confident it's riddle.
Barnes & Nobles for 3. You discovered poem. You discovered mug. There is 2 words on this board remaining.
What's TikTok thing? I think most people are on the riddle train right now. I'm liking it. It seems like that's what's gonna win. Whoa!
Oh, holy crap. Mitch sent a glowing jellyfish. glowing jellyfish just swam across our screen.
cute. I love
And
jellyfish.
A sent a dolphin, and Laura Lapina sent a hi bear. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, riddle 1 by
Riddle 1.
5 votes. Don't know if that makes a difference.
Nope, riddle 1 on YouTube by a good bit. Let's go
Okay.
riddle.
That's a miss. And I will reveal OK Computer as being on the red team.
All right. I'm glad I didn't put that in the poll. All right. I'm glad. I agree. Pass. We only have 2 left. I wanted to take big swings. All right. 5 is our current best score for tonight. Right there. You can barely see it past my shoulder. I wanted to take big swing. Zen believers. It's Zen. Trust Zen. Zen is a front runner. Unemployment for 500. That's the other one. I think Zen is higher up before unemployment. That being said, all of Barnes & Nobles are going unemployed. Didn't the Barnes & Nobles file
Ice for 2.
bankruptcy or something? Ice for 2?
Ice for 2.
Chili? Cold? Ski? Hockey? Ski? Hockey and ski? Mark, show me ski.
That's a red one. I'm going to reveal Booth as well. The next hint is going to be Peace for 1.
Peace for 1?
Peace for 1.
Peace. So it's hockey's the other obvious one. Listen, I saw hockey and I saw ski, all right? So I went with ski. That was the first one. It's Zen and hockey. Let's see Zen first.
That's correct. And then hockey's also correct.
Why ice for Zen?
How the hell are you connecting Zen and hockey? Those are polar opposites on the spectrum. Those are absolute opposites. Hockey is the least Zen place in existence. So I went with ice just to be like, well, you know, ice hockey, obviously. And if you're looking out on a big, like, icy field, like on a cold night, you get a feeling of Zen. Was Zen for Barnes & Noble? Yes! Yes, it was! That was the correct answer. I was praying for it on the poll. I was like, please, please, Zen, win. I sent Zen ages ago. It was also Zen for Magical or Fantasy. That was also Zen. Zen has been on.
That's crazy, first off.
Within the hints since Clue 1.
Second off, I thought after the poll and after we got riddle wrong, I was thinking it was Zen for Barnes & Noble's next, but then you said ice for 2 and ski and hockey were on the board. And I'm like, oh, maybe there's some connection between ski and hockey and Barnes & Noble that I just didn't understand.
Fantasy football as the worst clue. Fantasy football absolutely would have been the worst clue because unemployed is the assassin.
I'll have to talk about that one.
Mark was Mug for Santa originally. Santa was, you guys got Lap? Lap was not one of the ones I went for Santa. That was complete luck. Yeah.
You need to stop explaining yourself sometimes. I think it would do you good.
The ones for Santa were Cole, Dad, and Poem. Those were the ones for Santa.
The fact that that ringtone went off as you did it was perfect.
Mark, you need to study the board longer, LMAO. Maybe. Chad, did anyone give what they would put for connecting hockey and Zen? Wait, Lap wasn't for Santa? Happy accident. Happy accident. I missed Lap entirely. It was Cole, because you get Cole from Santa. Poem, because I think of Night Before Christmas whenever I think of Santa Claus. And Dad, because he's your dad. Sorry to reveal that. I actually think Mark needs to think left. Mark was the assassin.
You don't have to be sorry. You just let everybody know that they are the star in their own The Santa Claus movie. Starring Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Figure skating, maybe. Yeah.
It's tough. I'm not saying that ice was a bad hint for Zen and hockey. I was just wondering what your logic was.
Okay.
I wasn't saying, oh, terrible. You're right. How the hell do you connect those two? I was just curious what your logic was.
How does he overthink everything and still miss the obvious? Blinders. Blinders.
He's got
That's
horse
how that
blinders.
works.
He's stolen from that cool horse in your closet.
Go in the corner and think about what you did. All right, well, as I take the long, long walk over to the corner, that is all we have for you tonight. We are going to wrap up there. Icebreaker, the hockey romance novel. This guy didn't know what a monopod was. I'm not saying Icebreaker, the hockey romance novel. All right, that's all we have for you tonight. Goodbye. Still have